certainly appreciate it. We are back with Booty. Oh, yeah. That'll never get old, I'm not gonna lie. Well, we are live for the first time with a full session for the year, and I could not be more excited. I hope that you guys are excited, because I'm really looking forward to it. Will, Shiv, thank y'all so much for the resubs. Always, 15 months ago, my God. That's just great. Well, guys, let's get a recap going. Monty, do you have a poem per chance? If not, let's start with him.
Yeah, I got a poem.
Oh shit, let's go.
Yeah, I got a poem. Monty took a bit of a break from writing poems because but as soon as that day off, which turned out not to be a day off, he decided to write a poem. So here we go. It's been some time since I sat to write, but now the open sea is in sight. Met an old friend in Captain Drench, fought a sludge monster with an awful stench. A day off earned with Ruby, my friend, but be the life of a pirate, adventuring has no end. Listen to a sea dog play stealing all your shit. A song from my past, well, about it's fucking self-explanatory, isn't it? We found a chest under the floorboards. Couldn't fucking open it. A puzzle of sorts. Took it to Jeremy, he was useless as fuck. See, me and Ruby were shit out of luck. Threw it in the air, it fell down a well. Back to the sewers, well, fucking hell. Rode Ruby the bear through the sewers to fight the Rat King. Used my dad's net to sink the fucking thing. Swam in the shit when we were victorious. Shot out like a salmon, it was fucking glorious. Ruby was smart and opened the chest. An absorbent rod inside. This day, one of the best. Booty!
Booty! Beautiful, beautiful. As always, Monty, take an inspiration, and who do you want the other one to go to?
I'll have to give it to my day off companion, Ruby.
Ruby, very good.
Boom.
All right, well, wonderful recap. Thank you very much for that. I think that that's going to about cover it, and let's get right on into it. So, our session starts on a stormy sea. The dark night sky, illuminated only momentarily by flashes of lightning and rumbling with the peals of thunder. A vessel by the name of the Wave Mother's Promise sails across this black and churning ocean, trying desperately to close in the distance between another vessel on the opposite side of a great torrential whirlpool that is beginning to form. We can see Captain Rooster, a beautiful sea eagle Aarakocra, barking orders in this shrill and piercing tone, carrying over the howls of the gale. Each of the men falling in line, inspired by the words and fearful of the wrath, they pull, heaving and hoeing, trying to lash everything down as the large protrusion of water begins to sink back down into the depths of the briny sea. It is at this point that we can see out on the deck, coming up from tying down a loose cannon. Shiv, please introduce how your character looks.
What you see emerging from below deck is a very dapper-looking half-elf with teal skin and quite feathered mullet hair. He has a nicely trimmed, neat beard and a lovely-looking rapier at his hip as he emerges onto the deck.
Over the storm, you can hear your voice. Tristan to me. Your captain beckons for you.
And I run over to the captain. Hi, Captain.
As you make your way to the helm, where we can see the Aarakocra wrestling with the rudder, she calls for you to take it as she has things in the captain's quarters that nobody else is supposed to get to at this point. She needs you to keep the ship level while she attends to them.
I try my best to keep hold of the wheel as it tries to fight me as we're going into as we hit the whirlpool and the torrent of the waves.
Please give me an athletics check.
Okay. Oh my word. I'll remember how this works.
If it's a nat one, you fall in the sea
So
and
if
never
you-
fucking see it again.
Go on your character
I think
sheet.
I'll-
If you go to the skills page, your skills will be leveled there, and then go ahead and just make sure you drop it into that dragon-looking dice tower.
Sorry, athletics, you say, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay. The sound of the ship's creaking begins to carry over the waves and the storm itself. We can hear water beginning to break in through the lower ends as you, doing your absolute damnedest, you are successful in keeping the ship level. And then something underneath begins to bump against it, begins to wrap up around it. You have saved the vessel from the worst of what was about to collapse into it, but only for a time. After 5 minutes, your captain returns to you with an amulet around her chest. She looks to you with this understanding that this might be the very last time any of you see each other. You can see tentacles beginning to wrap up around the side of the vessel, grabbing it and break it.
I draw my rapier and I shove her away from the steering wheel as I've got one foot on the steering wheel and I'm trying to slash at these tentacles, the ones that are closest to me, to try and at least keep them focused on me and not her.
Give me an attack roll, buddy.
Okay.
Who said the C word? The C word? The K word? I've been in someone else's chat all day, sorry.
Absolutely. Roll damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
What does it look like when you lash out to protect your captain?
Basically, as my rapier appears, it's like a very sort of shimmery, sort of Damascus steel blade that's got like a teal like, blue into it, and I'm just slashing away at it. And it's all right, Captain. I'll save the ship. You just save the others. I'll be fine. I've got it under control. As I'm like struggling with the wheel.
She looks to you
Try my
like you're
best to look.
crazy.
I'm trying to look brave and impressive at the same time. As I'm like, as the rain's coming down, I'm like trying to like shake my like feathered mullet, like, the ocean spray. This is what we live for, Captain.
Somewhere between
persuasion
comedy
check.
and a romance.
Yeah. Persuasion, you want, yeah?
Ooh, Astro.
Astro, thank you so much for the raid, homie. Raiding with a party of 3. Welcome in, folks. Thank you so much.
Nice. What was it you asked for, sorry?
Persuasion. Into the dice tower,
Here we
please.
go. Here we go.
I can't leave you.
But you're the captain. You can't stay here. You have to save everybody else.
She looks to you and her sharp yellow eyes taking in the setting as she like damn near slices off a tentacle that was aimed directly for her. The spray of the ocean breeze in her feathers. There's this long long moment of pause where you know that this right here, this is going to be the last time you're going to see each other for a very long time.
Shit.
Is there anything you want to tell her?
As I'm still swinging away, I'll look back and be like, you do realise that all these years, I've kind of loved you. Even though you've been my captain, and it's probably not the right time to say it, but fuck it, we're probably going to die anyway.
Live, goddamn you. Find me.
No, you live, goddamn you. As I shove her away again, try and get her to leave.
She takes flight, kicking off of one of these tentacles, sailing towards some of the other seamen that are doing their best to get a rowboat that they can try to escape the situation. And as she lands next to them, you can hear her shrill voice over the edge of the storm and the howl of the monster. I'll wait for you. Find me. And with a crash of thunder and lightning, we will transition over to the party at the harbor as the ship dies and its crew is lost.
Brilliant cameo, Shiv. Fantastic.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's good. That was good.
I think Shiv's going for the most number of characters in one series.
Yeah.
Right, let me just get my other character sheet up.
Monty, Speed, and Ruby. The day has finally arrived. Your ship, reconstructed, remade, refurbished, whatever word you want to use to indicate that it is as spotless as the day it was first constructed. It sits before you at the dock, riding on the high tide. The last of the supplies being loaded on by your crew. And Forget by your side, shrouded in many robes. What do y'all do?
Isn't she beautiful? Remind me, what do we call her again?
Captain's honor.
The captain's honor. And I'll just like rest up against it. I'll give the sea drenched wood a nice big kiss. It's like, it's good to have you in my life. What a beauty. And I'll just rather enthusiastically scramble on board, dragging my well, what he's tried to convince is his grandmother behind him.
Yeah, Forget is gripped in your strong grasp and dragged firmly aboard the vessel. Not trying to get out of your grip or anything, just kind of along for the ride at this point.
Amazing.
Still
He
not
was going that way anyway. Yeah, Ruby will be just like, ready to get going, rubbing her hands. And she'll probably like look for a nice place somewhere on the deck, like on the outer places, and see if there's any nice perches, like to put somewhere for Larry to land. Because she don't want to be carrying her staff room all the time. So like maybe like near the wheel or something. I don't know where Ruby's going to stand on the ship, to be honest, because she's not going to really need to be anywhere. But I just wanted to make sure there's a little perch for Larry somewhere.
Sure, we can say that there's like a little lantern slot, like that sticks out next to the helm, and you could just like put a little nest or like a perch up on top of it for him.
Yeah, get a rod and just kind of like stick it in and fix it. Yeah.
Use Druidcraft to merge the wood.
Yeah, make it all nice with my Druidcraft and make a nice place for One-Eyed Larry, who has 2 eyes, to sit.
He happily flies, starts like looking around, and does his bird business on the deck. Contentedly.
Now we're a proper ship. It
Yeah,
has
the
been
ship's
christened.
It has indeed been christened by Larry. Wonderful news. What do you think, Speed? Isn't she a beaut?
Speed just like chuckles to himself with you guys. And then you can see him just kind of looking out over the sea and just takes like a big deep breath. And just says, "You ready?"
I've never been more ready in my life.
Where,
Brilliant.
where are we going?
Now that's the question. We have to save the fucking world, don't we?
Yeah, but forget. Do you know where we should start, or have we got somewhere in mind?
Well, I suppose it's really up to you, isn't it? We could go north, we could go south, we could go east, we could go west, we could go any of the other 4 directions in between. Where do you want to go? What are we doing again?
We need to get the right. Okay, so we have several goals here. We wanted to get minerals to make magical weapons so that we could kill the guy who did us dirty, and we need to find the coils. We still don't really know what the coils are, if I'm honest. Like we could find anything in there. Are we aiming to a coil first?
I think we should find out what a coil is first before we set off in search of said coil.
But well, the coil is the thing that we found when we were under the ground. So we did one of them. Am I right here? Yeah. I keep waiting for Derek to stop me and tell me I'm wrong.
I'm letting you guys role play it out. If you really need me to interject, I can. I
But
figured
like, yeah.
you guys
So
would
we
remember,
got
but I
told that
can-
we
I
need
can
to
interject
we need
anything.
to seal all the coils to stop the great evil from being released. So we need to basically like lock the keys. And we've done one of them, but we need to do the other ones? Question mark.
Correct.
That's accurate. You need to venture down to the coils, activate them, which will lock them down, and that's all that you know right now. That's what you were told to do by the guy.
I also want to find the captain, of course. The true captain. Wasn't the captain of the ship a minotaur? Where is he?
Which
Well,
person?
wasn't he possessed by the evil that's trying to be unleashed? So I mean, like in theory, the captain might show up at one of these coils.
I fucking hope so. That's my true goal.
We have a. Oh no, we had a compass. Didn't we have a magic compass?
Where is that compass?
In the inventory?
I don't know. I'm really asking because I don't remember.
Oh.
Trying to figure out who's got it. Let's have a look here. Not me.
Can I have the rob of absorption from the party sheet, please? Wait, no. Did he get stolen from the magic shop?
What's that?
Was it in the magic shop, the compass?
I think so.
You think so?
It sounds familiar.
So the evil warlock lich guy has the compass that we need to get the coils.
Maybe. If it's not on the party sheet, then that's probably what happened. I'll check Suna's character sheet just to make sure that she doesn't have it. Yeah, all I remember the Lich taking was the tablet.
We've got a cubic gate. Divination scroll. A trident.
Doesn't have it.
Right. Inventory.
No, it's not that. We have an Ordo Constellation tome.
I believe Forget was the one that was using that.
Hmm. Seems stop. No clearance.
It's possible that
Interesting.
it just got deleted somehow. I definitely know, as Alec is saying, that the Lich didn't take anything other than the tablet, so we're just going to go ahead and put that back on the party sheet. I don't know what happened to it. It must have gotten deleted somehow. But
Oh, thank God for my memory for picking that up, because I'd totally forgotten about that. Right, so we've got this compass, and this compass tells us where the coils are, yes?
somewhat. So, it more... whichever one you're closest to is where it's going to be kind of showing you the direction to head. It's not going to show you which direction they're all in.
Well, we've got wood in 3 chances. We can choose one of them.
Let's do it. Fuck it. Are all the crew on board, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everything's ready for you guys to set sail as soon as y'all are ready.
And above the table, what was the captain called on this ship? Was he a Minotaur, wasn't he?
Checking it. Doing a lot of things right now.
Look at that kitty cat.
She's not like this except when I'm on stream. I'm not even kidding. She ignores me all day.
Compass is on the party sheet. And now I look for the Minotaur boy.
Compass of the coils. A
There we
navigational
go.
device.
Where should we go? Oh, look at that. We had something. I knew we had something.
We got a lot of stuff, man. We got so much stuff.
I was scrolling through my inventory and everything. I was just like, oh gosh. Yeah, we've got some loot over the last couple of sessions.
That loot.
So much fucking loot. I don't even need a boat. I could just swim because I got the manta ray clothes. Fucking go behind you all the way.
The only reason we need a boat is to bring all our loot back.
Fuck yeah.
We are setting up a legitimate trade center, so
It's just a floating cupboard at this point, you know? That's what we use it for.
It's like loot boat.
His name is Grimgrin.
Grimgrin.
Captain
Captain Grimgrin. The Minotaur. Should we start a mutiny already while it's not even left port?
no, we need him to run the ship for us whilst we go off and do Galavanti stuff.
That's true. Yeah, we need them. And
Technically, he works for us.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Right. I say, I'll try and gather the crew around. I know I'm just the fisherman / beef, but I'm gonna swing from a sail. I'm just gonna like climb up a sail and swing and say, right, everybody, listen up. Now, we're going after these coils, and hopefully, we'll find a captain. My captain. No offense, Captain. Good, you're a great captain, but the captain, my closest captain I was with for years. Now, it's gonna be dangerous, but I tell you what, it's gonna be fucking fun as well. So on 3, we're gonna just cheer the word booty, and we'll set sail. Are you with me, crew?
Give me an insight check.
Yar.
Let's see if they're with me. Because last time he did this, it was in a pub, and everyone just fucking ignored him. That's definitely going to happen again. Insight, apologies. Oh dear, there we go.
Oh, yeah, get down.
Okay, so you absolutely notice the oh, DC, thank you so very much for the resub. Much appreciated, dude. 4 months, dude. Much love. Much love. Let me fix the alert box because it's not the right spot. There we go. Thank you, buddy. You definitely notice the look of confusion on all their faces when you start talking about coils and then mention booty like you're pirates. Half of them probably were pirates. The other half were legitimate navalsmen who are out of a job and found employment under the governor's jurisdiction on this vessel. Would you like to continue your speech, or would you like to change what you're saying, or anything in between, or anything different?
All right, he'll look around. He go instead of saying, but he'll once he said the word booty, he'll sort of clock everyone's reaction, and he'll just go, right, on 3, we're gonna chant legitimate interests.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Oh man.
Give me just charisma, just a plain charisma check.
Fucking hell. Oh god. -1 charisma. That'll do.
Hey guys, do you guys chime in with him when he says legitimate interest on 3?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Julio says inspiration. Do you want to use that inspiration?
I think I should, just in case I get thrown off the ship before we've even left port.
That was the best intro to a D&D channel. Legitimate interest. That's funny. Welcome aboard, Bardic Knights. Glad to have you, bud.
Are we ready then?
I've rolled. How's it going?
So they don't throw you overboard.
They have. Do you say?
No, they don't. But the only people
Are they
that chime
dangling
in
me off the edge?
is your friends. Legitimate
Wait, wait.
interest.
Ruby's just like, don't mind him. You know, the beef's already had 20 ales this morning. He's not used to being legitimate. We're still in a bit of a transitional period. I know a couple of you lads are still struggling with the lingo, aye?
They all kind of like look at each other like, yeah, I guess, you know. Some of these guys around here talk kind of salty, different than they're used to, but they also seem to be the most experienced sailors on the vessel.
And Ruby is a legitimate business owner. She runs the blacksmith. You know, she's friends with the innkeeper and everything. You know, she's very respectable.
That's very true.
It's
Speed.
It is lovely of her to hire her ex-pirate friends on a ship and give them a legitimate job.
Privateers, damn it.
Yeah, privateers.
I was under. I'll whisper to Speed. I was under the impression that this was going to be a pirate ship.
That was good. That was good.
I just tap you like on your head, on the top of your head. Say, oh beef. Oh beef. It's a ship with some pirates. It's a little different.
Well, in my experience, pirates and non-pirates, when they share a space for a long fucking period of time, it doesn't end well. We'll see. We'll see.
I'll say you've seen about half the time it goes where, like, it just becomes a whole ass pirate. Like, everybody becomes pirates eventually. But then probably the other half of the time.
No, I want an addendum to that. We are pirate gangsters because we are on land and on the sea. So we are pirate gangsters. We're going full mafioso. Well, Ruby is anyway. Her daddy
And then-
runs lands. She knows how to run things, so she is up for it. She is ready. She's like gonna run for mayor one day. Sorry, governor.
Very good.
Well-
Well, is there anything else that y'all are gonna take care of before you set sail?
Look,
I'll just say along as well as as long as this thing floats and we got a stable crew and we and I find the captain and we do what we need to do to save the world and there's booty along the way, I'm happy. Happy days. Sorry, Speed.
I look over to Grimgrin and I'm like, give him the shrug, and I gesture him like, "Isn't this supposed to be your job?"
He kind of like looks around, like, I mean,
Morale's not terrible. I wasn't really planning on giving a speech unless I have to.
Fair enough. Let's get out of here.
he starts barking off orders to, gangway, get the way anchor, and let's get on the sea. As
Like the owners of the ship, do we actually have like a cabin,
Mhm.
or are we all like slumming it with everyone else?
no, you guys have your own spaces.
Cool.
Yeah, y'all definitely have your own spaces, given that y'all are in joint ownership of the vessel. Ruby, Monty, and Speed. There is an empty cabin that was going to be used for Suna, but Suna elected to stay behind in case the lit shows back up. So, you set sail, and finally, the captain's honor hits the high seas. We did it, guys. We made it.
We're on the fucking sea. Come on. This legitimate vessel. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right. So I know we've got some new watchers tonight. We actually started this entire campaign as a one shot,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just evolved from there. And we lost our ship in the first session in the one shot. So yeah, this is a long time coming.
Yep. 10 sessions
It's almost
later.
been a year. Like,
Holy shit, has it really been that long?
like we did the one shot in like April.
Whoa, I didn't realize
Was
it
it
was that long
April
ago. Wow.
or May? Or was that the Pathfinder one we did? Anyway, yeah, it's been we did the one shot ages ago.
That's crazy. Wow. Well, with that, I want to hear from you guys. What do y'all do while you're on the ship? If you want to roll to see who tells me who goes first, or if you want to, just
I'll go
decide amongst
initiative.
yourselves, it's totally however you want to do it.
No, because Will will like go last every time if he gets the opportunity.
Ah.
So let's roll
That's the way I
initiative.
like it.
We're doing initiatives, are we?
Yeah.
Because I'm being mean to Will.
All right. So, Monty Beefcastle, how do you go about occupying your time on the vessel on this first day? We're only doing the first day. What do you do?
First day, as is tradition on board vessels that Monty Beefcastle is on. Bear in mind, this is his 23rd vessel that he's been on in his lifetime. He, although there has only ever been one true captain in his eyes, let's remember that. He's going to make everyone a nice fish dinner, and he's going to need some fresh fish caught with that. So he's going to spend the day finding the best places to find fish and using his old trusty fishing net that he got from his dad to try and catch some nice fish for everyone. And just a nice peaceful way to spend the day, settle into, get his sea legs back again, get back into the old swing of things like he always used to do. And that'll be him. He'll be fishing all day.
Fantastic. Let's have you roll a check to see how well you do.
Okay. What do you want me to
I
do?
mean, athletics makes sense to me, but if there's like something else that you have that you would rather that makes more sense to you, I'm up for hearing.
I
it.
think You know, it's a heavy net. He's throwing it all day. He's hauling them up. Yeah, I'd go athletics. Here it
Oh,
comes.
fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. You catch multitudes of fish. The waters here are vibrant and full of life. It is prime fishing. You get some absolutely spectacular flounder, loads of it, that the chef is all too thrilled to put together in the big ol' cast iron skillet and blacken with some butter, some red salt, some garlic, and some crushed pepper.
Beautiful. You're making me hungry, man. That sounds fucked up. I want that now in real life.
That's one of my favorite ways to
God
make seafood.
damn.
That's why I've got Chris,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I knew that everyone was going to talk about food this weekend.
Yeah, that's Monty. He's trying to get back on side with the crew after an awkward start.
Fantastic. All right, Speed. How do you go about busying yourself on the first day?
I want to try to find a sparring partner. Somebody on the ship has to be down for that.
Okay, so you look for the quartermaster or something.
Sure.
All right. The quartermaster is a kind of unassuming looking elf, very lithe, very completely shaved and bald. He's wearing this very light armor that doesn't cover anything except the vital spots, and it's basically like just like a two-piece kind of thing, like where his midriff is a little bit exposed, and that's not really too different from what armor you're used to seeing on sailors who have to flex and move with the bows of the ship. He looks you up and down and says, "You're looking for a match, then, are you?"
Well, got to put these to use somehow. I'd pull out both my swords, both my rapiers.
You did just flex.
Well, let's see how much protecting I'll have to do of those who own the ship. Go ahead and roll initiative. Right. Oh, I forgot to put you on the combat tracker. So, he's actually going to go first. And he is going to make a couple of attacks at you. So, fast as light, he's going to draw out his rapier and try to hit you with it. That's a miss. That is a hit.
Ooh, I could parry that.
Do you want to parry that?
Yes. Defensive
Alright.
duelist, I mean.
Go ahead, buddy.
Use my reaction to increase my AC by my proficiency, so it's 19.
That is just an automatic miss then in that case. And then one final attack with a dagger that you did not even see that they had. But it doesn't matter. Your reflexes and instincts are too good, and you reflexively parry that as well. It is your turn.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Just like Speed bisect the quartermaster by mistake in a massive flex.
He's like, he needs
Uh,
redemption from that elemental thing, so he's going too
Yeah.
hard on the quartermaster.
It's like, oh fuck!
I just roll this in the tower?
Quartermaster's dead.
No, you can. So I put it in the combat tracker. You can actually roll on them.
Oh, in the combat tracker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Sorry.
all good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I want to hurt this guy.
Ooh.
I don't want to hurt this
Oh,
guy.
you
is
don't
what
want
I
to hurt this guy.
said. I just give him the slightest little cut on the cheek. Just to let him know that I could have done a lot worse.
Okay, so you're gonna call it there. You're not gonna like press on it.
And then that's
hit him
it.
more?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You make a huge impression on this guy. As the blade just like barely cuts his cheek, we can see frost beginning to like flake and then like turn to mist on the warm sea breeze, and he just like we can see his eye like look over to it, and then like the camera pans backwards where we like see your blade just on the opposite side of his face, and he just like kind of bows to you like, I think I've learned a valuable lesson today in humility.
I just say anytime you'd like to practice, I'm here, and that's pretty much what I'd like to spend my time doing on the ship.
He
The
says it would be an
shade.
honor to learn from you, and yeah, he takes lessons at every opportunity that he can get. All right, and Ruby, what do you do with your day?
Just as like, because she's hanging out, she'll probably have Greg with her, but she won't summon him as a polar bear. It'll be something small like a mouse or whatever he wants to be that day. And she has like a little notebook that she keeps with her. She's just like scribbling, and she's gonna do like a full lap of the ship just to see how it's running in the water, because now it's moving, things will work differently, and there might be things that are, you know, shifting in the structure, and she just wants to make sure everything's reinforced because she doesn't fancy getting shipwrecked again.
Absolutely, give me a perception check, unless you have something else that you had in mind that you'd rather roll.
A what check?
Perception.
Perception.
Investigation also makes sense.
Nope, this one's better. Oh yeah, she just kind of, you know, up on deck and see if there's anywhere that she can like potentially improve on how life is aboard the ship, because they're going to be spending a lot of time there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll tell you this: the people themselves are pretty efficient. As I said, there's a lot of veterans of the seas. There's a lot of experts that they have the opportunity to defer to, the newer people. But one thing that you've noticed that you really only probably would know because of your own upbringing, because of your own personal experience as a dwarf growing up around other dwarves, they aren't stowing their cannon capacity or like their spare rounds in the most efficient of ways below the decks. On the upper decks, they are using these large like triangular things that they kind of pyramid stack on top of one another, and that works just as fine for the most part as long as the big rack is tied down. But on the lower decks, they have this like central spot where everybody's going to have to run to get the cannonballs from, and you're seeing in your mind like, okay, if we're in a situation where we need to fire off a lot of cannonballs quickly, there's going to be a lot of people running into each other. And you know, using your own personal experience, you kind of do you like how do you go about instituting this change? Let me ask you that.
I mean, she'd probably just start doing it herself. I mean, she's a very hands-on kind of dwarf. She'd probably want to like kind of jerry-rig something. Like, is it jerry-rigged or jerry-rigged? Anyway, try to rig something up to like maybe try and take some of the manual labor off the crew if possible.
Okay.
Like, so she's thinking in her head how she's going to do it in the future. Like, she might edit it somehow, but yeah, she'd literally be doing it herself. And if someone passes into something that's too heavy for her, she'd be like asking them to maybe do it. But she's not going to want to be in imposition because she's a very, if she's struggling, she'll ask Greg.
Fantastic. Greg, let's see. You are at sea. He has been given the liberty to take the form that he so chooses. I feel like Greg would probably be a So he's normally a polar bear. I think he'd be a cockatiel right now.
Yeah.
Or a cockatoo. Cockatoo's the big white one, right? Cockatiels are the small, like green-headed ones. Yeah, he'd be the big, one of the big white ones. Normally, kind of hanging out with One-Eyed Larry, like doing this cute bird, like snuggle up thing. But he's definitely like chilling on one of your shoulders, where Larry's on the other shoulder.
They're just heaving.
Yeah. Probably digging into the leather as you like move around and heft these large cannonballs into neat little stacks, nailing together these wooden boards to make smaller miniature versions of the same triangular racks that you can see on the top of the deck. Very good. That is a very good way to spend your first day. Yeah, as we kind of pan out a little bit, we can see on the horizon a bit of storm clouds headed in the opposite direction. So, not coming towards you, but moving in the same direction that you're going. There's this kind of crack of thunder and the sound of rain still echoing over the surface of the sea. As scraps of wood floating in the flotsam and briny sea begin bumping against the hull of the Captain's Honor. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10. But before we do, you can get yourself 10% off a custom DM Dice Studios case by using code RPGINN at ko-fi.com/theshadysale. They are beautiful. They are handmade with a necromantic art that allows you to summon the spirits of your dead foes to fight your other foes. It is a self-perpetuating necromantic device, and that is a promise from us to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, RPGN. Thank you, Natisha. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you all so very much for waiting. I surely do appreciate you. Now, can I get perception checks from Monty and Speed and Ruby and Tristan? From everybody. Tristan, please make yours with disadvantage.
Okay. How do you roll disadvantage?
There's
you
a
see the little thing-
toggle button at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yes. Just click
Bottom
that.
left.
It's a learning
I like
curve.
it.
Don't get used to it because we're changing soon.
I know. I'm just getting used to it.
Right.
I was just about to say, yeah, I'm still learning. All of a sudden, like, I forget this.
All right. So, Ruby, you are below deck working on your project, so it makes sense that you do not see this. Beef, you are hauling in your net when you find a large chunk of what can only be described as, to your eyes, what used to be a piece of deck. It used to be the part of a ship. And Speed, after a bout with the quartermaster, you are standing at the front of the vessel, soaking in the sea breeze, when you can see out before you, in this rain that is starting to pour down, a swaddle of sea-soaked clothing clinging to, desperately, another piece of deck. Tristan, you are starting to come to after the things with the Kraken didn't go so great.
Does that count? You said
said
the K
it.
word.
I already know where it is.
Oh. Oh no! But you said the word. Ruby didn't hear it. It's fine.
Just for Shiv, just in case Shiv
You
doesn't
said
know.
C word again instead of K
If
word.
you say the K word,
Right.
If you say the K word, we have to roll a dice and figure out, and that tells us how far away the Kraken is. Is that right?
I haven't done.
Oh.
I said it. I said the K word. I said the K word.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead and
I
roll
haven't
then.
done mind commit.
Oh no! It's right behind you.
I'll roll. The trauma of the night before, almost a hazy, distant memory, even though it was just a few short hours ago. The sun beating down on your back. Speed, you save this person.
Oh yeah, of course. As soon as I see him, I start freaking out, pointing, and letting everyone know that there's someone down there.
A fish
And,
hook,
yeah.
a big one, wraps around your torso. Are you pulling him up, Speed, or are you letting somebody else do it?
Oh, I'm doing it. Probably me and a few other crewmates that were close by.
You are hefted onto dry-ish decking as the storm passes over. Please, however much you want to say to the other characters as you probably start coughing up seawater.
I will basically, because I imagine I'm considerably quite weak, sort of collapse onto the deck and just sort of scurry to one corner, like looking around quite wild-eyed of what's just happened and where I am, what's going on for the moment.
Can I run?
Not saying
run
a word
over
just
to-
yet.
Yeah, see that Monty would see that he's a bit scared or traumatized by something, and run over to this person. And as you know, Monty's probably been in the sea quite a few times against his will, and he's just gonna say, "Are you all right there? Can you breathe? How many fingers am I holding up?"
Sort of shakes his head and he's just like, "Where am I? Where? What's happened? Where's my ship? Where's my friends? Where's my crew? Where's my captain?" And he pulls his sword out straight away. "Who are you people?"
No, calm down, my friend. Calm down. You're safe now. You're aboard the captain's honor. Healer, I need a healer over here.
Sort of collapses back down again, sort of weak.
Yeah, you're at 1 hit point. Ruby, word would have gotten to you even below deck that like there's somebody overboard and that they're bringing them on.
Right. Well, Ruby's the healer, so she is gonna come in and she's gonna be like, "Right, man, calm down. I've got you. You need to take it easy." And she is gonna, I guess, cast healing on him. Healing word's a touchy one, isn't it?
Healing word is not touch.
No. Cure wounds is touchy touch.
Cure wounds is touchy touch, yeah.
Healing words is speaky speak.
Cure wounds heals for more.
I always get it the wrong way around.
I mean, obviously, it depends how much you want to heal me. What do you want? Like, this 1d4 is enough.
That sound effect is badass.
Right, here we go. So she's going to do it level 2 onto Tristan. And she's like, here, we're friends. And she puts her hand on him and she's just like, heals as much as she can.
And thank you very much. I'm so weak, so tired. I've been at sea, just drifting. I can't remember. Where?
He's hysterical. I'll get a fish and start slapping him in the face.
I start parrying his strikes.
The sword reduces the fish to chunks of meat and bone very quickly.
Why is this triangle
Just
man?
testing your reactions, that's all.
Why is this small man attacking me?
Jesus. Even half dead, this man's got skills. Take it easy, friend. Monty, come on. The guy's in shock. Stop throwing fish at him.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. Do you know what? Now that you said it out loud, it was a bit inappropriate. Friend, tell us your name. Tell us what happened.
My name's...
Don't spare a detail.
Okay. I'm sort of like trying again. Get to my feet, but still a bit weary and shaky. My name's Tristan. I was at sea only a few hours ago. I can't remember. I mean, what time of day is it? Where am I? I'm looking around, like trying to get a sense of how much time's passed.
Yeah, so it's like the next morning, basically. So it's probably like early, mid-morning. We'll say like 9 o'clock.
And I was on a ship. It's the Wave Mother's Promise. We were hunting pirates, and next minute we got into a storm, and I tried my best to. Well, the captain told me, and he's just sort of like he's jumping over a lot of stuff, and he's just going, and then tentacles, and then there was just darkness, and I woke up in the sea.
Ruby takes like a
Fucking hell.
sharp intake when you say tentacles, but she's kind of chewed on the fact that you said that you're hunting pirates as well. So she's like,
Mhm.
right. Well, we're a very honorable trader vessel here. Definitely among friends here.
Can you guys do me a favor real quick? Could Ruby roll deception and
deception.
Tristan roll insight into the tower for me?
Yeah, sure.
She's kind of she had the tentacle thing, and she's like, tentacles. Oh gosh. We are in very.
So it's not great.
Oh shit! No. I pressed the wrong button. Deception's charisma, isn't it?
Deception is charisma.
Yeah, I pressed the wrong button to make it not charisma.
Go ahead, Ruby. What were you gonna say?
She's like, we're a very honorable vessel. We're friends here. But these tentacles, tentacles, you say?
Yeah, they were really tall, and I managed to get. Well, I sliced a couple to keep. I was at the wheel, and I told my captain to try and save as many of the crew as I could as I was trying to fight off the tentacles. And then it all just turned to shit, and I can't remember much else after that. I think, well, as you can tell, I'm probably the only survivor. I think the ship's gone. He sort of just looked at the
Sorry.
deck, quite sort of upset. Thanks, Fishman.
Fishman.
You're the guy that attacked me with the. I don't know your names. I mean, who are you? I mean, we'll start with the small guy that attacked me with a fish. What's your deal?
My name is Monty Beefcastle, and I am the fisherman aboard this vessel, and future captain probably.
Right.
You just see
Ruby,
at the helm.
No.
Yeah, I just look at the other,
Speed literally laughs out loud.
I just look at the other two like, is he serious? Okay. And what about you? What about our points of Ruby? I mean, who are you? Thanks for the healing, by the way. That saved my life.
It's all right. I'm Ruby. Yeah, I run a blacksmith back in Peridot, but we're on a bit of a scouting mission at the moment, so yeah, we're a bit far from home. Where is it you came from?
DM?
It wasn't important. I was just thinking, like, where do you need to go to?
Port Orum was where you were coming from.
Orem was where we were coming from. We had a contract to hunt down a pirate, and yeah, that's kind of what we do. Privateers. That's kind of the business. And I look at the.
Well,
other
there's no
guys,
fucking
like,
pirates here, is there? Nudging speed, and like really
I'll look.
obviously winking, like exaggerated.
I look at Beef Monty and be like, is he got Twitch? Is he okay? Is that like, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm a bit confused. I haven't eaten or anything. I look at Speed and just go up to him and sort of like shake his hand and be like, thanks for pulling me in. You saved my life. I wouldn't have lasted much longer out there.
Not a problem at all. Name's Speed. Monty will be
Nice to
fine.
meet you, Speed.
You just have to listen to about half of what he says.
I see. So what are you guys, what's the deal? What are you up to? Besides are you just like a merchant vessel? Are you trading goods and stuff?
Yeah.
Legitimate business.
Typically, but we're on a sort of an adventure at the moment.
Oh, okay. Well,
A
I could
legitimate adventure.
legitimate as opposed to the fraudulent adventures you go on, or
None of them
Yes.
here.
No,
No.
no pirates here. None at all.
Monty, roll deception. Tristan, roll insight.
okay. Cat and mouse game begins.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, have you heard of this beast, this sea beast with the tentacles? That's kind of.
Nope.
I don't
No
know,
idea.
this is-
Nothing to do with that.
This is the first time I've ever experienced this. I mean, first of all, it started off in a whirlpool, and Now I'm wondering if that's what caused the whirlpool. I don't know. I'm just. It was probably, it was the most awful thing I've ever experienced in all my time at sea.
Yeah, octopuses are pretty terrifying.
I mean, it could just been a giant squid or something. It was just massive.
Yeah, probably.
It seemed to have no problem at all breaking the ship into small pieces.
We've never seen anything like that before, have we, guys?
Can I also check that? Because I'm not convinced. That doesn't sound very convincing.
Who's heading this deception?
I'm at minus
Speed
one,
is.
so-
I heard Speed say that.
Why not? Everybody else has made one. What do you say?
Yeah, I could do it. I'm sweating bullets right now.
And finally, a thread starts to show, Tristan.
Oh no, Speed.
When you mention
Right.
these tentacles, Ruby and Monty, they're doing their best to play it cool, and to the best of your knowledge, they are. But Speed starts sweating bullets when you mention these tentacles.
I'll look at
Vietnam
Speed and be like,
flashback.
look at Speed and be like, is there something you want to tell me, friend? You seem a bit perturbed, unnerved. I can see some sweat on your forehead.
I snap to you. You can see me snap out of something and just look at you and kind of change my entire posture into to a more positive stance. And I'm just like, I don't have anything to tell you.
Okay.
You're certain there's something up with that, Tristan.
And I give you the impression basically that I'll talk to you later about it.
Oh, okay. I'll be like, I don't know if do you have anywhere I could maybe get something to eat and dry off.
Yeah, we actually do have a spare room. We can set you in whilst you heal up as well, because you you don't look all that healthy still, and you might want some sleep times and maybe get a proper heal in. We're happy to.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I appreciate all your effort. I don't want to disturb. I hope I haven't took you off course of whatever merchant sort of route you'd picked or whatever.
We're just following the compass at the moment, I think. So we're gonna see where the wind takes us. But once you're healed up and we get to port, and if you decide you want to go somewhere else, we'll maybe drop you off if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I probably should make some sort of report to the Commodore about this, because they'll probably know if there's something going on, and maybe dispatch more ships. Because if there's something out there that's destroying ships, it needs to be dealt with. And sometimes if there's pirates involved, then that's got to be dealt with too. I mean, these things usually come in hand in hand.
Yeah, definitely. Pirates are most probably likely involved in it. Yeah, definitely.
I hate them so much. Those pirates.
I mean, from experience,
nothing but trouble.
Like how far are we from our port?
From Peridot, you're a day away. From Port Orum, which, by the way, Port Orum is also in the same direction that not literally in that exact direction, but that heading, that is the closest port that you know of in that direction. That would be, let's see here. That would be 2 days of sailing.
I mean, if we're going that way, lads, I don't see the reason why we can't drop our friend off back at home and let him report into his captain. I mean, we're legitimate
Commodore,
businessmen and
slightly higher than a cat.
I'm a pirate. I don't know that.
Did you just say you're a pirate?
No, I did not just say that.
No. I'm a pirate. I don't know that. Excuse me.
Right.
You said you weren't pirates. What's going on?
hell.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
Commodore, right, Commodore.
Yeah.
So we can get him onto his Commodore, since it's in that direction, because we're legitimate business people. We also want to see this giant tentacle creature that we have no idea how it got there.
Well, I would just probably say maybe be vigilant, just because it could still be around here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's fine. I've never seen anything like that. Wink, wink. Also,
Why
If
did
we
you just say
return
wink,
you-
wink after something? Is that like
I
a-
didn't wink, wink.
Remember when I said listen to half of what he
I was
says?
gonna say- okay.
Oh, there's a
I
fucking
just put it-
reward, though. If we bring you back, is there a reward?
Well, I mean, there's probably there's
Letitia, thank you so
I
much
mean,
for
there
the
could be
gift
a
subs.
reward. I mean, if I'm
So, are you
Well,
saying
surviving
you're quite
member.
an important person?
well, I wouldn't say I was
Monty.
important.
Monty.
come
Are
now.
you saying that people would be looking for you and potentially put out a fucking reward for you?
I would probably say they're looking for the ship, not necessarily me. So if I get back,
I see.
if you bring me back, there's a likelihood that I could tell them what's happened to the ship, and you may be, I don't know, compensated for your.
We don't want to be necessarily compensated. We just want to make a good impression on your commissar, or whatever you called him.
I want to be compensated.
Well, I mean, to be fair, there is an opportunity here. I mean, my ship had kind of some loot. Well, we pay for our contract. We get paid half, and then half on completion. So we had that half.
Hold up. You had half of that money on your ship.
Yeah, it was where the contract where we stipulated we had half that money paid up front.
How
as like
far
a-
away from where the ship went down?
Yeah. I smell booty. I mean, I
just
smell
ask?
legitimate interests.
I look at Monty and be like, "Is there a reason why you're salivating that much? Are you okay?"
No. I'm just thinking, because we're in the
Um,
unique position that I myself am a druid and can shapeshift, and we
Oh,
can breathe
that might be
underwater.
helpful.
So if there is anything on that ship that is of importance to you and your governing body, we could go down there and find it
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, if you recover it for me, then there's a likelihood that you may even get part. You might even get dealt. You might get part of that money as well as a little bit extra for saving my life as well. So it's kind of win-win for you guys.
Well, that's what I was saying. So we are we actually close to where the ship went down?
Yeah.
How would you ascertain that knowledge? I'm legitimately asking you. I'm
Right,
asking how would
because-
you,
no.
how would you. This might be a good time for a skill challenge.
Okay, because logically
Yeah.
speaking, we're going by the tides and the wind, and we saw in the distance the clouds, so it couldn't have been that far away, technically.
Right? Okay.
So depending on the wind speeds and the water, and he's been in the water a
Suppose-
couple of hours. He
yeah,
said it was in the evening.
It was the
The
night
timing
before.
of where they, the timing of where you picked me up, you could probably with some charts and stuff, maybe figure it out. At least get a rough estimate of where you are. I mean, I'm more than happy to support small businesses. So, I mean, I think it's a good idea if you guys were to help me out. Then maybe
Oh, Ted.
I don't know. It could
See,
be a
it's-
good opportunity to.
And we can we can maybe recover the things that you were transporting and help out that way.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, it was just some money, and basically we were going to capture or bring back any of the pirates we'd either killed or captured. So there was. Luckily, we never got that far because it was an empty hold. But
Well, those pirates are probably long gone, but we could maybe help you salvage some of your supplies.
yeah, you don't.
No,
happen
they're
to have
definitely
heard-
long
Am
gone.
I right?
You don't happen to have heard of any black corsairs by any chance?
Black what?
Black corsairs. That's
What?
who we were looking for.
Corsairs.
Roll history.
Wasn't he the guy who was?
Oh, Monty talk.
Yeah, Monty, Speed, Ruby. You guys can roll history.
Black Corsair.
you guys, your merchant, you might have had stuff on shipping routes and things.
All right, so Monty, you've never heard of the Black Corsairs before. As it happens, it's just not something that you've ever come across. Ruby, you literally just heard rumors about these guys in the past couple of months. They've been operating for a very long time here, but the thing is, they are a vicious and bloodthirsty crew. It has been said that they paint the tides red in the shipwrecks that they leave. And Speed, you might have actually even seen this vessel once before that they sail on. The ship itself is captained by a pirate by the name of Luther Blackheart, and it is by no means a good omen, a good sight that people look forward to seeing. The name of the vessel is the Hunter's Moon. It is a galleon, and it has been heavily modified to suit its crew's purposes. Also, Ted, thank you for the tier 3 resub. Love you, buddy. Much appreciated.
I relay all that information and say that while you guys were having a fun day off, I was doing some research.
That's
Fucking
nice.
hell.
What a fortuitous turn of events that happened to run into you guys that know about this. I mean, because basically the contract stipulated. I mean, Captain Blackheart would have been quite unobtainable since his ship is quite powerful, but there's a few pirates we could have got our hands on, which meant that we could have upgraded our vessel to finally capture the bastard and take him out. So, I mean, it's kind of a win-win, but there we are. It wasn't fate intervened, as it were, and I happened to be in the company of some fantastic, knowledgeable merchants. I mean, it's
Yes.
what a day
Yes.
for old
Wait,
Tristan
can I
Teach.
just
Yes.
ask, when your ship went down, was there any other ships? I mean, you said you were chasing pirates. Was it just you that went down, or were there any other ships?
No, I mean, we saw one in the distance, and we kind of were hoping to get the wind behind us, but it got away. It slipped away. That was the whirlpool, the tentacles, and yeah, that was kind of that.
Right. Well, we'll head towards the clouds. What do you reckon? I'll obviously speak to the captain, as he respects everything I have to say. Or I'll speak to the captain, say we're going after some booty. I mean treasure. I mean, you know, stuff to sell in legitimate shops.
We're going to retrieve
Yes.
this man's goods from the ocean floor.
Exactly. We saved his life. Now we'll save his livelihood. Am I right?
Yes, you got there eventually. Well done.
I would point
Excellent.
at Monty and be like, "So you like the first mate now? Because you seem to have a lot of stroke with Captain by the sound of what you're talking up there."
Well, some say I'm the most. You know what? You're getting a bit cheeky here. You've only been here 5 fucking minutes, and you're already. But you ask anyone on this ship, they respect Monty
Where's-
Castle. I've seen some shit.
No need to get aggressive, little man. It's fine. I mean, I don't know what's happened. I don't know if I've said something wrong.
Can I just grab
Alright.
Monty by the back of the collar just in case? Like,
Monty doesn't wear shirts.
You see,
I'm not grabbing him by the pants. God knows where they've been.
You know where they've been. They've
you
been
see
in the
his
sewer.
as he gets. Yeah, and he's, I don't know if he showers this.
Oh my word.
He's you can see his scars, his various crab wounds start to crackle as he gets more and more angry with sort of almost like electricity, just sort of like, and he's just like, and he just backs up, but not breaking eye contact with you, just fucking livid.
I mean, I mean, is this normal behaviour for this gentleman? Is this what-
I'd go. I'd probably be careful when you go to sleep tonight. It's a
Well,
bit.
you know-
It's a bit sensitive about his height.
Oh, I do. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't aware. I just, it's, apologies.
Well, you know,
apologies.
it's not exactly nice to comment on one's height, says the dwarf.
You can hear in the distance just the small, angry voice of Monty Beefcastle just go,
What I lack in height, I make up for in girth.
and I just disappear.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I mean, to be fair, he's built like a triangle. Is that normal? I mean, what is he cute? Is he?
He's the
You're-
Beefcastle.
Oh, I is that a title? Or?
That's his the legend, the man, the myth, the legend.
Well, have I heard of this Beefcastle character?
Roll history.
I should hope not.
Okay.
Because if you have, you know who he is.
It's all going to start to be like, wait a minute. Fantasy Grounds crashed. Then we just get back into history. Let's have a look.
You've heard nothing but good things.
All I've heard is about crab wings, and that's about it. And girth. At any point, while this is loading up, at any point, am I going to be introduced to the captain, or are these guys trying to get you away from the captain? Is it?
I mean, why do you need to know the captain? We're the ones who own the ship.
Interesting. Interesting. So the captain technically works for you.
Yeah, well, captains traditionally run the stuff, and the crew runs the ship. Is that right?
Technically, that's how it. Yeah.
Like,
You're both. That's a bit of an interesting quandary that you're both owner and crew.
no.
Not in a conflict of
We're not
interest.
the crew. We're getting shipped around by our crew, like our ship, but we're not captaining
is-
it. We're not managing it. We just own it and getting
So-
ferried places.
So this is a pleasure cruise.
It's a merchant ship.
That's also a pleasure vessel, like a cruise ship for you guys.
We're working
Essentially.
here. How dare? We are on a business trip. Okay, we are going to a foreign place to initiate trade and make new connections and maybe, save the world while we're at it. Like, it's a merchant vessel. This isn't for funsies. It's dangerous.
Put it back in the sea.
Like I say, it's interesting that I've not heard of many merchants wanting to save the world. I mean, that's very ambitious of you. I appreciate it. It's interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, that's very noble of you. It makes my life easier for hunting pirates. If you guys are going to say, well, it means I can get to what I'm doing.
Yeah, we'll definitely get you to where you're going.
I mean, I'm sensing a little bit of hostility. I hope I haven't come across badly. I've just been at sea. I've just been attacked by.
You just said that. You just said I'd
Maybe you should lay down. Maybe you should just have a nice, relaxing.
I think maybe I've been concussed. I don't know.
You just had a go at Monty for being short in front of Ruby, who's a dwarf. It's just not that much taller than him.
Where's my character sheet? Hang on, here we go.
Okay.
I can't seem to find my character sheet now for some reason.
On the right hand side where it says player, and there's the little characters thing. You click on that, and then it
Oh, okay.
pop up with
There we go. Right, sorry. History was where that's where we left it.
Hey, remind me what you were rolling for again, because I forgot.
To see if I had,
Heard
if
of
the
Beef
name,
Castle. If you've heard
yeah,
of
the
Beef
Beef
Castles.
Castle, anything like that had actually on my travels as a privateer, maybe I've heard of it, or what's that morning?
Maybe you've seen the painting.
Mm.
Paintings, there were many. There was an entire class.
It's not wanting me to roll for some reason. It's not letting me drag it. 1 moment, please.
Are you dragging the you have to drag the plus where it says like plus whatever, that's what you drag.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. It's not letting me do it for some reason. Let me close it and try it again. No, it's won't let me do it for some reason. Unless you can roll it for me.
Okay.
We'll trust you.
You've never heard of the beef castles before in your life?
Brilliant.
Well, I hope, honestly, I really do hope you convey my apologies to your friend. Obviously, it's been a very tough day for me, and as your friend Speen says, maybe I should probably lie down. I think maybe I've taken in maybe either too much water or too much sun, or maybe I've been concussed. So I will take my leave, and he sort of bows respectfully, and hopefully, maybe once I've slept and maybe eaten or recuperated, we can discuss more.
I will wake you up for dinner tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Go
much.
rest up. We'll let one of the crew show you where the spare room is.
You sort of
I'll
like,
do it.
All right, you want to do it?
Okay.
All right.
So I
I'll
kind of go
welcome back
stumbling
there.
up, following speed.
I'm definitely wiping my balls in your fish tonight.
What were you saying, Will?
I'll welcome back there, and then when we get into the room alone, I'll just bluntly come out and be like, call the Kraken.
Did
Oh.
my ruby senses tingle at that?
We've already
No, that's
said it
why we
once.
waited.
All right, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And I explained that we don't say that word. We don't talk about the Kraken. It's a very traumatic experience
there
for
any-
me and the crew. It's the only thing I'm really afraid of, to be honest.
So you've been attacked by this beast,
Yes.
and you've lost a ship too.
Yes.
You haven't lost it. Nobody's. Have you lost any crew? Can I just ask?
Remember the captain that Monty was wailing about?
Yeah. Little short friend. Yeah.
Yeah. When he
I'm
just
just-
rambles and rambles
I'm
and
just-
rambles.
Yeah. I mean, is he okay? 'Cause I think
Just don't call him
he's
short
very
anymore.
angry.
Call him Fish Man if you
Okay,
have to. Call him Crab Wounds.
Bringing up all sorts of trauma from Monty's past right now. Crabs, krakens, it's all coming out.
Is he? Yeah. I mean, so I get this. So what sort of stuff are you? And this is why I'm going to try and grill Speed a bit on his own. So are you? So what kind of merchandise are you transporting? I mean, your friend Ruby there was saying that you're merchants and stuff. So what kind of things are you transporting?
Oh, pretty much anything. We own a blacksmith, but where there's money to be made, there's us.
Oh,
I'll leave it at that.
Interesting.
I kind of wink at you,
yeah.
as I think that you can discern a little bit of what's going on, but obviously we're legitimate, so you can't really do anything.
Hey, if you're a cop, you have to tell us you're a cop.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
like
I'll be
backing
like, okay,
towards
well,
the door because I
just
understand
say
what's
just
about to
like-
happen. Like the questions
Yeah,
are
I just-
coming.
You can see that his hand is always on this like conch shell hilted rapier that he had, and just be like, no, I appreciate it. No, thank you again, Speak, for saving my life. I really appreciate it. I owe you.
I look down and I say, "Do you practice?" And I point towards the rapier.
I've been known to dabble.
Well,
I mean, are you somewhat of a swordsman yourself?
well, when you're feeling better, and I just give mine a tap on my sides.
Oh, yeah, I will certainly could do with the practice, that's for sure. Maybe I wasn't as good as I maybe thought I was.
Well,
So,
we'll find
yeah,
out.
thanks very much again. Well, maybe we will speak. Maybe we will. And it's like a knowing look between the others. Like, yeah, maybe we'll
Yeah.
test each other, and maybe at some point. and I'll just like start just collapse onto the bed, utterly exhausted.
Take my leave.
Fantastic. So, Monty and Ruby, what are you guys doing while Speed and Tristan are having that?
The second Speed goes below deck with Tristan, Ruby is going to be like, right, are we going for this treasure? Like, if we go while his back's turned, we can get it up on the ship without him ever knowing, and we can just say that we can't go.
You fucking know it. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Right, we're gonna keep a lookout for this. We're gonna head towards the storm. The moment we see any flotsam around, I'm gonna start looking using my fisherman skills to see where fish gather. Because fish always gather around shipwrecks, you see. They'll always be there. And that's where we'll dive. We'll go in together. You as a fish and me with my magic hook. And we'll get it, and we'll plunder the bottom of the seas and bring it back up, and the booty will be ours. Are we doing this?
Yes. Right. So Ruby has been scribbling non-stop as like he's doing, trying to like decide where it is going to be and where the ship would have been wrecked.
So I'm going to
help
supersede
direct.
the whole ass skill challenge, and I'm just going to put it up to a roll to see about how accurate you guys are and how much time it's going to take you.
Okay.
What role would you guys feel is appropriate for that? And you can take the 8 action. One of you can take the 8 action to give the other one advantage if you're successful on the 8 action.
And there's it's either gonna be like survival because of like having a look at like the lay of the land. Is it survival that you do for
I
tracking
can
and stuff?
definitely see it being survival, yeah.
And then you've got
You've got perception to see,
I
I
definitely
guess.
see it being perception.
Also, maybe in Monty's case, animal handling to see how fish behave.
Sure.
and then investigation as well.
Investigation also makes sense. So one roll from each of you. Who's going to be making the aid roll?
You can do it, Mash.
The aid one. So you go first, and then I aid you.
The aid
Or-
roll is first. If you get a 10
Oh,
or
the aid.
higher, then the other person's going to get advantage. Oof.
No,
No.
I have
Yes,
plus
mate.
3. Oh
Shit.
Would you like to use
Can
your
I-
inspiration?
no! Can I? Can I?
Of
Can I?
course.
Can I? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please. I want to use my inspiration. Survival. Can't believe that failed.
Yeah, I can.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you chart out which direction this storm is headed, and you can see that it is going almost completely due east from where you guys are, which is also like just you guys were headed like north by northeast. So it just a veer off to the what's your right hand side on the ship? Your starboard. I don't remember.
Port's left. Yeah.
I don't remember.
We're gonna learn that
Yeah,
for next
port's
time.
left, starboard's right.
Yeah, we should know that before we head out to sea. Yeah. Let's call it
Just go in
shippy right and
circles.
shippy left.
That is
That'll
a
do.
success.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Yep. Thought you were about to say something. Okay. Then in that case, Monty, make advantage or have advantage on this roll.
I'm gonna do advantage perception then. I want to see if I perceive fish gathering. I will. Oh, shit, I haven't fucking advantage. Apologies. Okay, here it comes.
I don't know where I'm looking. I can't see it.
The wind and the rain start to pick up as the ship, known as the Captain's Honor, sails into the storm. Looking amidst the debris that you see scattered miles and miles wide, finally, after the better part of the day, the two of you can see out cresting over the fog and the haze, maybe a few miles from your position, this huge rocky outcropping jutting out from the sea. The coastline, even from where you are so far away through the wind and the rain, you can tell is jagged here, as if some great eruption lifted out some part of the world. And this is the tectonic reactivity to said moment. Furthermore, the closer you get in, the more you can see piled high on top of one another, all across these jagged outcroppings are shipwrecks, overgrown with algae and vegetation in some places, barren and stripped clean in others. You can see a good number of some kind of scavenging fish floating away from the coastline, back out to sea, as if they had gone in this direction, but something spooked them and caused them to retreat back to the open water. And then you see it. A vessel, fresh, wrecked, not yet taken by time, broken on either side of a outcropping of rock.
Could I first make sure that we don't get too close and have our captain drop anchor away from the rocks so we don't get drawn into it?
Absolutely. You guys want to take a rowboat, or
I didn't want to disturb your beautiful, beautiful description,
appreciate it.
but there's no way in shit I was going to let the ship get too near to that.
That makes sense.
I would happily take a rowboat, but I think it might... I mean, we're going to be bringing stuff back, right, Monty?
Absolutely.
So, should we drop a ship in and... yeah, should we get speed?
Yeah.
Speed,
But-
would you like to come and do what we do best?
Oh, I probably would have came up already at this point and definitely joined with you guys.
Are we gonna leave him? Are we gonna leave Tristan behind? Guess we're gonna go try and rob him.
But technically, I'm asleep.
He needs his rest.
Like, basically, me and Monty have put this plan into action and like sent the ship off. And by the time Speed's come up from talking to Tristan, there's me and Monty in like the rowboat, like.
Are you coming?
That's awesome. All right, we fucked up.
Sorry,
Just met the poor guy.
Tristan.
It's like, let's just rob it. Pirates.
I mean, to be fair, you could catch us on the way back.
True.
There is some amount of risk here.
I love it. That's wild.
I mean, this is the problem. How for this plan?
None at all. But
Exactly.
Derek is thinking ahead. It's fine. We can trust our GM. It's fine.
Or just outsource your responsibility as a player to your dungeon master.
Hey, it's worked so far.
Look, he's got a map up and everything.
I love it. Off we go.
Your camera really small. No, I'm just kidding. So, the three of you set out on a teeny tiny rowboat.
Would it increase our speed if I like turned into a animal and swam us there faster?
In choppy waters, maybe, but it's going to be really hard.
This map is amazing, by the way.
Thank
I was just thinking however gets us there faster, but it makes no difference. It's just spice, isn't it, really?
It's up to you guys how you want to do that.
I'm happy to row out. We've got the beef with us. He can row fast enough.
You're fucking right, I can. Probably.
Possibly go wrong.
Absolutely fucking right.
Have you not figured out how we play this game yet?
I've watched.
It's not the same as playing, is it?
Definitely not.
So, where do you guys take the rowboat towards? Which side, the front or the back half of the ship?
I vote we go straight for this one ahead of us on the left side of the outcrop, please. Looks like we could get a boat in there. Or just outside it.
Wait, there we are.
Can I see any shadows floating around there, or
Yes.
anything a bit? Oh, I can.
Yeah, give me perception checks, everybody.
Anything a bit giant octopusy? Oh my god!
If we find any mermaids, they're trying to have sex with them. Just
Yeah.
saying.
What?
So Monty and Ruby, you can absolutely see the shadows scooting about the shallow water. You know here that the coastline is far too shallow for a big scary sea monster like the Kraken to fit into. What you do see, however,
I don't like it when he clicks that many times.
Oh, I see what he's clicking. Oh my god!
Was it
Holy
Oh,
shit!
the log just
TV
went,
Kraken?
nope.
Oh no.
I absolutely love that.
Oh,
Yeah!
you can see 4 of them on this side. 2 of them hanging back by the shipwreck. 2 of them sensing some new disturbance on the horizon and moving forward to investigate.
Okay, right. We need to get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna throw in some fish that I have kept into the like at a distance, and hopefully that'll draw them away just quick enough so we can get in there and see what's up.
Okay.
Oh, it's a level 2 spell.
These
Can I change that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I change that? Sorry. Monty is going to cut his hand.
Where
And
are these things, actually? Sorry. Oh, there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
he is going to cut his hand and just drip it into like a bit of cloth, or maybe just like tear a bit off his shorts or something. Just cover it in blood, roll it up into a ball, and throw it as far east to them as possible. Sorry, as far west as possible.
Okay. Speed and Ruby, what do y'all do? You can always elect to just let Monty do his thing if that's what you want to do. I'm just making sure that I know what everybody's doing before I say what happens.
I was gonna say I want to see what these sharks are gonna do, because, yeah, I want to react as opposed to act.
Speed.
I'm gonna pull my weapons and stand at the front of the rowboat.
Okay. So you switch places with Monty.
Yeah.
Please don't capsize the boat.
No, you're doing your thing. I'm gonna stand here, and
Look badass.
if anything gets close, I might jump in.
What? Man,
I'll
he's
swim,
hero.
it's fine.
We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
sharks can swim a little bit better than us. though.
Monty, you throw this blood-soaked rag into the ocean. It begins to churn with the waves before it sinks into the sea. And all at once, these two sharks immediately move in to investigate.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
Could I actually take an action in that case? Because I can control water, shape water. Oh no, it's shape water. How can I help us get to the thingy faster? I was thinking spider climb up that side thing. I could try and lift us up there faster because that's closer. The rocks are closer.
That's a good point. We could just go over there and climb down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's fucking do that.
I've got gust of wind. If I propelled that behind us, would that be enough to shoot us towards the ship?
How fast does the wind blow? If it was a sailboat, I'd say you could just blow it into the sails, but it's a rowboat, so things are a little bit more complicated.
If I was aiming it toward the water, though, I could get the torrent behind us. It just says a line of strong winds 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. It pushes things 15 feet away.
Pushes things 15 feet away. Okay. We'll say that the rowboat is small enough to benefit from gust of wind. That's a creative use of the spell, and I like to reward that kind of thing. So, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The rowboat tosses. The surface of the sea is disturbed, and these creatures are going to be making perception checks now.
Would we get some kind of momentum from that, though? Is what I was hoping.
Momentum sideways in a boat?
No, right. So we're obviously aiming. We're obviously trying to go in a direction. So I'd aim us.
Okay.
I wouldn't just go sideways. I would literally be on the back of the boat like a propeller.
Okay.
So I'd be aiming at a diagonal trajectory.
So we'll put you all there.
I just kind of want to give us some extra speed so we've got a chance to get away from these things.
Yeah, I'm gonna row as quick as I possibly can, with all of my beef, to towards the best docking point I can see in my and closest docking point I can see.
As you begin pushing in the water, can I get an athletics check from you? Don't forget, you're still cursed by the Lich. I'm going to need to ask you to do this with disadvantage. I forgot about it earlier, but I remembered this time.
Yes. So disadvantage, yeah.
Yep.
That Lich, I tell you what, I'm not his biggest fan. Okay.
I'm going to give them another perception check.
Damn sharks.
Oh.
One of them is busy chewing away at the bloody rag. The other, however, as you guys continue moving, are you right here? Just as you are getting a little bit closer, riding the momentum of that gust of wind, you are almost within reaching distance, about 10 feet out from the underside of this rock. When this boy over here
No.
moves
Speed,
in
time to shine.
to investigate.
I said I was gonna.
You're fucking right, you did. Yeah. Boo. Harpoon that bastard.
Give it to
With
him.
myself.
Just
am the
hold
harpoon.
the sword like that. Just dive
So,
in.
he just for speed torpedoes himself into the water.
I am going to take both my rapiers and torpedo myself through the water.
Oh
at this
Jesus!
That's fucking badass. I love that. Just flies. I'll be right back. Fuck.
Give us an
So
attack roll,
good.
buddy.
Come on.
Some Sharknado
Actions
shit.
tab.
Right
Here
there.
we go. Oh my
Oh
god.
no!
Oh no!
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 It's okay. We get more attacks. It's fine.
Oh, still no.
Please, not again, not again, not again.
Hey.
Yay!
Crit! Hell yeah!
If at first you don't succeed.
Crit again. Nice.
Look at those effects.
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely love that sword. Wintertooth is an absolute beast.
Anything else?
Wow.
I'm taking my full turn.
Okay.
Am I taking my full turn?
Oh, yeah.
Bonus action? Alright, I'll just bonus action attack. We'll get some more damage in. Oops. Take away that 6, though. I grabbed the wrong one.
Paint us a picture there, bud. What does it look like when you just dive straight at this thing?
So I just dive straight in, and just for a moment, you see like the shininess of my armor as it just splashes through the water, and that's what allows me to swim my full speed, which is 40 feet. So I go pretty fast. So I just take off and just go double swords right into the center of this thing.
Yeah, so as you hit this thing's center mass, we can see it like lashing out, trying to slam its mangled shark maw around your flesh. The picture is accurate in its depiction for what it looks like. The only caveat being that those glowing parts in the center that kind of resemble eyes are yellow, like a bright citrine gemstone or a topaz. And I'm gonna go ahead and let it try to hit you back now.
Uh-oh.
And it does hit you.
Oh,
What did
he's
it
gonna
get?
bleed.
What was the total?
18.
I will use my reaction
Go ahead, buddy.
and make my AC 19.
So it looks like it's gonna get like just chomp straight into you, but at the last second you parry it, like probably shove the either end of your blades into like the roof and the bottom of its mouth, keeping it from being able to sink its teeth into you. Ruby and Monty, what are you guys doing?
And javelin it. Straight up harpooning this fucker.
Give it to him.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. Told you I was gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Come on. There we go. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Roll
Nice.
damage, bud. We can see a harpoon leaving your hand and jutting out of the head of this creature as it begins to chomp and thrash around in the sea. Is there anything else that you do on your turn, Sealy?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a very good question. Oh, do you know what? No, I'm not going to do. Can I? Can't remember. Do I get 2 attacks? I can't actually remember. It's been so long.
So sorry about that, folks. I misclicked my stream deck.
Oh,
That's my bad.
right.
Classic.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. Sorry, I accidentally pressed a button that took us to the starting screen, but I immediately saw it and fixed it.
I am then going to. And I'm so sorry to do this. No, would you allow me to throw my net on it?
Yeah. Grapple it.
Yeah.
Restrict its movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So your second attack, you're going to be throwing a grapple at it.
Yeah,
Make an attack roll with the net first.
I will. Okay, hang on. Has that worked? No, I've just.
Yeah, you have to hit it with the. You have to hit first, and then you can apply that effect to it.
Apologies, it's
You're
all
good.
gone wrong.
If you need, you can just throw another javelin for the attack roll because it's going to be the same.
Yeah, it's going to be the same. Hang on it. Oh, for fuck's sake! Sorry, one monitor. There we go.
Oh, good.
Has that done it?
I do not see
No,
it
it has-
coming in. There it goes.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Absolutely.
Thanks.
So sorry.
Yeah.
No worries. So you throw the net over the creature shortly after the harpoon pierces into it, and it begins to sink down to the bottom of the ocean floor here, which isn't super deep, but the creature is restrained and it is grappled.
My net.
Indeed. And Ruby, what do you do?
Can I even see it now if it's restrained or?
It is currently sinking down. If you want to target it with something, you can this turn before it disappears.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna hit it with a level 1 ice knife. So, do I have to drop the dex save on it or
That's
the
true.
ranged?
So it's going to automatically fail the dex save, I believe, but you can drag
Alright,
it on there
okay.
anyways. It's just disadvantage. Okay, so it fails. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so it gets piercing and then cold magic. So there's the first one,
Oh, nice.
and there's
wow.
the second.
Fantastic. How do you kill the shark?
Ruby keeps her eye on the harpoon that's like waving in the water, and she just kind of like aims towards that and shoots it with like fluff, an ice knife, and it just kind of like doubles in where the harpoon landed, and the pair of them just shoot through the other side of the shark.
Your net goes slack, Monty, as the creature begins, I guess, floating back up to it, up to the top of... No, it's an undead creature. It would not float. It would just sink. Your net begins to sink down with the creature as it dies. However, the coast is clear for you guys to get onto the coast. And
Yes, please.
before
I
we...
dive in and get my net.
Yeah, Ruby's leaving you. I'm sorry. That was a choice.
So we can see Ruby clambering onto the rock. Speed, you as well?
I just swim really fast and shoot myself out of the water.
Can we save the ship as well? Like
The boat?
the
You wanna
rowboat?
bring the boat
Yeah.
onto the shore?
Yeah, I want to at least secure it so it's not going to get damaged and we can actually get away.
Okay. Monty goes in after his net, and after a few moments, brings himself back up to the surface of the water. It is at this point that we can see Tristan on the deck of the vessel, about a mile away, seeing just at the edge of his vision the three of them scrambling off of this rowboat onto the coastline. The very same
What?
coastline that is cradling the Wave Mother's promise, or the ruins of it. And it is at that that we will cut to our second break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back with more Booty.
Booty.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you so very much for waiting patiently. I surely do appreciate you. Let's get right back into it. So, Tristan, you come out on the deck seeing the three of the owners of the vessel gone. As I explained before, you saw them making their way to the shore, and you see what the ruins of the vessel are, cradled firmly within the jaws of this jagged coastline.
Okay.
What do you do?
I am basically, knowing that I probably would take too long to row, I'm just going to hit the water.
Okay. Straight into shark infested
Let's do
waters.
it.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Well, it's my ship. It's my ship. I don't, it's, I don't. It's the last I saw of it. So
Your captain might be on there. His lines are driving him,
no.
nothing else.
That's it. Like, she could be still alive. Let's go.
Can I get a athletics check from you to swim in the storm? I know you have a native swim speed. Your character does have a native swim speed, but it is pretty choppy waters. You make it to the shore, no problem. The waves and the wash are pushing and pulling you away from the shoreline as much as you're moving, but thing is, just as you arrive, we can see that last shark swimming, heading towards you. There's two shadows further inland, up by the vessel itself, but this one comes from digesting a bloody rag, headed straight for you, and you barely make it in time before its jaws come snapping closed at the ends of your feet. The three of you guys absolutely, by the time that he arrives, I'll say you're clambering on, saving the spell slot from spider climb unless you really want to use the spell slot. Finally done clambering up to the top of this cliff here, when you see Tristan, a hunter shark zombie, hot on his heels, making his way to the shore about 50 feet below you.
Damn it. I mean, like, seriously. Like,
Just keep
how
going,
sensible
run.
was this?
Do we
Just
just
jump.
kick him off or
No, we can't just let him die.
no? No, that's not what a business person would do. Okay.
Can I see this shark, or...
It's it failing its biting maneuver, it is going to return to the surf, but you can see it for now.
I have some rope in here, don't I? Yes, I have 50 feet of hempen rope. Can I throw it down to him to help him out of the water?
That is
And
just enough.
yes.
Nice.
With a hearty pull, I assume you all kind of teamwork together.
Right, Ruby's gonna play this as if we were here to get the stuff for him whilst he was asleep and we didn't want to disturb him whilst he was resting. So she's gonna be like, Tristan, you fool, you were supposed to be in bed. Get up here, get up here. She's like, are you even fully healed, you idiot?
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I just happened to come out of the cabin to see what was going on, and I noticed you guys had left pretty
We
swiftly.
found it. This is it, innit? We found your shit for you.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, were you gonna tell me you were gonna leave so soon, or?
You were asleep,
No.
man.
wanted to surprise you. Although I must say it's pretty fucked, to be honest. You're not planning on sailing this thing here?
No. Yeah. See if I could just grab maybe a couple of things. See what's salvageable at least.
No. You just sit down. You sit down under the get dry, and then we'll go have a look at for you. Okay? You
I mean,
don't
I
worry.
don't. It's
You
fine. I'll
rest
come
up.
with you guys. Oh, I'll come with.
No, it's fine.
It's all right. We can all. We can all walk
Honestly,
this.
guys, no.
We can all walk this really long stretch of rock together.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm quite happy to tag along as long as obviously you guys are the. Do you do like salvage and recovery? Is that kind of part of your merchant?
Yes. Legitimate Salvage Inc.
Oh,
is the name
fantastic.
of our company that we're starting up here. That's actually why we're sailing. It's going to be a subsidiary of Jeremy's Blacksmith Inc. back at Peridot. So that's what we're doing, okay?
It's good that you're leaning really hard on the legit angle. That just shows that you're obviously a really good business.
Well, it shows that we're trustworthy, you see.
You know what you should do? You should
So-
probably have like a tick check mark so to show that you're like a trustworthy business.
That's not a bad idea. We'll paint one on when we get back to the ship.
Yeah, so you're a legitimate, trusted business. But anyway, I really want to see how this salvage stuff works. So let's go. Let's hit it.
Okay, we'll show you the ropes.
Re-
Maybe, and I'll whisper to Speed, maybe literally later if he carries on snooping. We'll see how we go.
It's like super suspicious.
Can I get
Right,
perception checks
That
from
would be someone
everybody?
inherited a cop friend.
Perception checks from everybody. I was about to tell a very
Okay.
inappropriate story. I'm really glad I caught
Please do.
myself. No, I'll tell it.
Ah.
I will tell it off stream.
As a bolt of lightning strikes beyond something in the distance, and the thunder peals above head, all of your attentions are drawn to a floating island in the sky, backlit by this bolt of lightning. Beyond this wrecked, jagged coast, you can see a waterfall pouring from this massive structure. You can swear you see the rocky cliffs giving way to a buttressed castle high above at the highest point of it.
That's fucking amazing.
And the moment is gone.
Okay. I mean, we've all seen this, yeah?
I need one more perception check from Old Beef Castle, please. He's the only one that I haven't gotten a roll from yet.
Apologies. I will.
Good.
I will do that right now. Whoops! I don't know why it's done that.
The three, Tristan, Ruby, and Speed, you kind of had your attention stolen by this sight before you, but Monty, you could have sworn you heard something, and when you turned your gaze towards the wrecked ship, just for a moment, you can see movement out on the deck. Something moves deeper to the wreck itself.
I think I see a survivor. Didn't you say there was a captain or something? Let's go, quick, Tristan. They could be alive. Can we run? I'm going to run over. Yeah, I'm going to run over to the to where I saw that. Just naively.
There's two parts of the ship, yeah. Like, so we've got the left hand and right hand side of the ship.
It's the
Like,
front and the
or
back.
is it? Yeah, but is it all like underneath this bridge, or is it like two separate parts?
It's two separate parts.
Cool. Ruby's gonna hang out back a bit and see like which side Monty saw the movement in, and then she's gonna just quietly have a look at the other side.
Or in Leaf Castle.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah,
Keep
that's what I
up
want.
towards the-
Speed.
Should I? Am I free moving, by the way, or is this? Are you controlling?
I'm gonna let you move up to your movement, and then we're gonna let everybody do what they want to do with their movement, and then we're gonna go into the actions to see if anybody wants to do anything different or use their movement to dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Okay. Speed.
I will also dash.
Okay. Your movement speed
80
is 40,
feet.
80 feet.
You're gonna come flying past the reef now, because my movement speed with a dash is 50.
Tristan, are you dashing as well?
I'm gonna dash as well, so that'll make it 60.
As speed passes me, I'm just gonna point, and go over there. That's where I saw it.
And Ruby, you're headed over to the opposite side, you said?
Yeah, basically, she wants Tristan's attention to be on them too, not her, so she can have a bit of a private nosy.
All right, so I'm not going to ask for a perception check, Ruby, because you've seen this once already, so you kind of know what to look for. You can see more shadows in the surf on the eastern side of this nook and cranny.
All right.
I will ask for perception checks from the boys, though.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
On the way.
Speed and Tristan, you see those shadows over here in the shallows. That steals your attention for a moment once again, but Monty, keyed in on the promise of booty, you can see a person moving about in the underside. Beneath the upper deck of this ship, you can see somebody in between the cracks and the breaking points.
Right, I'm gonna jump down and see, and just shout, "Are you all right? Are you all right? Are you alive? Quick, guys, jump down!"
There's the sound of footsteps. You can hear the the ship creaking as a number of people jump up, clamber upwards. And as they dash out onto the deck to see what the source of the disturbance is, because it is their turn, I'm going to ask everybody to roll initiative.
Oh.
See, this is what just trying to save lives. You know, he's legit.
He's legit. Monty Newcastle saving lives since circa whatever the year it is.
Since about 5 minutes ago.
Brilliant cover story. Saving lives.
I'm saving lives.
Ooh, what happened there? Didn't like that. Does not like that. Error, warning, template.
Yeah, I'm getting that as well.
Ah!
Error. Oh my god, I preferred the error messages.
Oh no, we put it back, put it back, put it back, put it back.
Ruby goes first.
Okay, but crying's a free action, yeah?
Crying is a free action.
Holy shit. I don't even know where to start with that. Okay.
Oh, those sound effects are amazing.
Yeah, Sirenscape is pretty fucking cool, man.
That's so cool.
Okay. To one on one creature, that doesn't want me to do. I was thinking if I could like try and get a couple of them at once whilst they're grouped. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to go first.
Do you want us to come back to you?
Are these things weak against? Are these things going to hit me with my own lightning bolt if I hit them with it?
You have no idea.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna come in here, and yeah, I'm gonna use lightning bolt.
You rush off to the edge. Go ahead and target. It is a straight line.
It is a straight line. It's 100-foot line. I don't know where's best to get a good bunch of them that way, I guess.
Okay, so that's going to be this one, this one, this one, and this one. Probably miss
Okay.
this guy. Ah, because I didn't have the right thing. I was doing the wrong thing. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. Roll the DC into the chat, please.
The DC just right into the chat.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's nice. Go ahead and roll the damage into chat, please.
Roll, roll, my precious, roll.
Okay.
That was a 3rd level spell.
You take out a couple of zombies with that one. We do see the zombie pirate captain, however. He does not have anything that he can do about that. Okay. Yeah, he just passes the save. He takes the not the worst of it. Everything in front of him kind of does it, and then everything behind him kind of does as well. But yeah, that is beautiful. What does it look like?
So Ruby, who was kind of like eyeing up the other portion of the ship for salvage, she turns around and sees all this, and she's just like, "Beef Castle!" and runs after him, and she just like pulls up her scythe and yeets this line of electricity just straight down the middle of them to try and fuck them up a bit.
Fantastic job, Ruby. All right. Shark does nothing. Shark does nothing. Shark does nothing. Shark does nothing. Zombie pirate captain. He just took a lightning bolt from you, and you can see him like take his left hand, put it on his hip, and then raise what you are absolutely certain is some strange sort of arcane pistol at you, Ruby. And he is going to fire it at you. That's a crit.
Is it an element? Can I absorb elements on it?
You can. What
Yeah,
elements
can
can
I-
you absorb?
Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. It says incoming
necrotic.
energy. Oh, bollocks. What level is it?
It's a magic item.
So I can't even catch the...
It's not a spell.
I can't...
It's a magic
yeah, I
item.
can't... It's just... Oh, bollocks. Right, okay.
Oh, Jesus, this is gonna hurt.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh!
hmm.
Thank fuck we leveled up.
So he
did we?
lines up the shot. Blam! The bolt of yellow lambent energy hits you square in the shoulder, and you can feel necrosis spreading from the veins as your arm goes limp and weak for a moment before you have to channel your strength back into yourself to keep yourself upright. Because that was 35 damage. Tristan, it is your turn. You just saw that. You just saw the dwarf run up, throw a lightning bolt,
Shit.
and then in turn get blam shot from some strange arcane contraption.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so hang on. Wow.
Guess I
That's
shouldn't have hit the big
crazy.
guy.
Okay.
Please, someone
So
save me.
how high am I up? How high is this? Is this
So at the highest point of the
Cool.
ship, I'll say that it's a 15-foot drop. Where Monty just dropped down, I'm being generous. I'm not making him take fall damage, but I would say that it's about 30 feet down.
okay? So
Everything in between
am
that
I
would be
able
like a
to
range.
this zombie number?
Zombie number.
Can I get
which
to
one?
like 20 foot?
number 1?
7. Can I get to him?
Yeah.
7. So I'll get down to him. Boom. And now I'm going to take out my sword, my rapier, and have a crack at him.
You're a crack addict.
Yeah. Hey guys, you want to say what's a crack?
That's a weird time to bring it up, dude.
26.
Yeah.
Sin.
Beautiful.
Not the time, Tristan.
Hey, well, at least he's not as straight laced as we thought he was.
That's true. Yeah.
Boom.
The Zambi
50
dies
points
to
of
death.
damage.
How do you kill it?
You see this fancy looking rapier just like make a stab sort of like through the neck down to like that way, and he just like whips it out and he's moving quite swiftly. And I will get to there, to the top of the stairs, I think. And that will be my go.
Fantastic. Monty, it is your turn, bud.
I will turn to Tristan and say, Tristan, call me short. And hopefully he does.
I just call back and we're like, okay, if you want, sure.
Right, I'm raging. I'm raging. Hopefully that
raging.
effect has come. That,
Yep.
that effect hopefully gone on it. Yep, sweet. And now I'm going to take the old Sawtooth Great Club to the zombie directly in front of me, please.
Definitely hits.
Sweet. Here we go.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
it's done 2. Was it done 2D? Oh, what?
It deals 2d8. The weapon is.
Sw-
It deals 2d8.
Oh yeah, sweet. Second attack on it.
Definitely.
Yeah, taking that. I'm just gonna like launch it into the sea.
Oh, yeah. It goes
Nice
careening
shots.
off into the water.
Sweet. I'm gonna run over to this pirate captain and do a frenzy attack on it.
So you already used your bonus action to rage.
That's very, very true. But
Also,
I will,
there's
however.
stairs in the way. He's not like right there. There's like a wall.
Ah.
He's up
All right,
on the
I will.
top part.
I'll make my way up the stairs then, but not within 5 feet of this thing unless you say it is otherwise. The dirty, the orky zombie things.
All right. Very good.
I'll leave you choose, but that's the end of my go. Thank you.
Okay. Speed. It is your turn, buddy.
Hell yeah! So I'm gonna run down this little pointed section here, and then I'm gonna jump right off, over in this direction.
Spinning swan dive.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna try to give it to him.
Give him the business.
We're gonna start off with a bonus action feint though, so I get advantage on my first attack.
Nice.
God, do you know what? Knowing the rules is really good.
It is pretty helpful.
It's really good when you know what your character can do.
Beautiful. Oh, absolutely. Oh, goodness. Yeah, absolutely, man. First hit, clean.
All right, second one. Oof, tough damage.
Ooh, nice.
Very, very good.
And that's it for me. I used
Okay.
everything.
All right. Very good. So you come catapulting down at this guy, careening off the cliff. You stab into him, kind of like kick off, and push yourself back over the little ledge there, so you're not gonna fall through in between to the bottom deck, I assume.
Yeah.
Orc zombie number 1 is right next to you. That is a natural 2.
Huge.
Orc zombie number 3. That does not hit you. And then orc zombie number 4. Gonna rush over here and try to give another one to speed. That is gonna be a 21.
Oof.
We got
Can you parry that?
in chat.
No.
Okay. He barely clips the edge of your hilt, just kind of jarring your hand around your rapier's sheath. And then these Zambos down here. Gonna jump up here. Jump up here. Jump up here. And this one's going to move around up here. Dash action. Gonna move right there. That's gonna be their actions. And Ruby, we are back to the top of the turn order. It is your turn.
Thank the multiple gods of this universe. I am going to heal.
Oh, nice, Andrew. I didn't see that. I guess the fucking thing didn't go off. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you not hear me say it? Sorry, I thought you
No, I
did.
didn't.
there's a
Bless
blessing
enemies. Thank you
chat.
very much, buddy.
Okay, well, ow. Okay, so I need to heal. So I'm gonna use I'm gonna get it wrong again.
The cure wounds is
I'm
the one
gonna-
that heals more. It's the touch.
Yeah, the cure wounds. Cure wounds is the best one. So I'm gonna use it on myself at
Okay.
level. Level 3 because I need my level 2 spell to be saved.
Okay, go ahead. And don't forget to add that additional D4 for your focus.
Oh yes.
Wow, you just recovered 20 hit points.
Boom, baby.
Oh, I love
Nice.
that.
I think that's all I can do.
You do have a
'Cause
bonus action
you're-
in your movement still.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stay up here.
Okay.
Because I am nice and safe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't have anything to throw over them, so yeah, I'm good.
Very good. All right. I'm going to skip the sharks. The pirate captain. He looks to his pistol. Now that you guys are closer to all of the action, I will give you a good description for what it is that you're actually fighting. So, zombies are zombies. You're very familiar with how they look. The larger ones seem to be taken specifically from orcs that were at one point folk of the sea. They are bigger and broader and stronger and have great axes. The regular zombies are just wielding like scimitars, like cutlasses, what you would assume a normal sailor would wear. The pirate captain, on the other hand, has a bit more panache about him, a little bit more elegance, as well as what is clearly a magic type of pistol that, at the place where a hammer strikes it in the back, is a imperfect topaz lodged into the frame of the weapon. It looks like it's dull, like the energy that was just discharged is going to take time to trickle feedback. So, the last thing I'm going to describe about them is that they all have that yellow topaz glow in their eyes. The captain, his one eye shining brightest of all. Over here, move in for an attack. But then I would have to pull back. That would attack of opportunity, wouldn't it?
Do it, you won't.
No, I promise. I promise I won't attack an opportunity, and I believe Speed won't either.
Okay, so he was here. I'm going to move him. He's just going to try and hit Speed from the other side. He's going to like step on this same banister Speed was stepping on, and he's going to try and give it to him. Miss.
Oh dear.
Miss.
No.
That hit an 18. Oh.
And miss. All three of them miss. Speed, you are too fast.
Get off me.
And now he's going to try to get away from you. Do you have a
Speed
reaction
is
remaining?
like silk.
I do, but I don't know if I should use it.
Your call.
Ooh, tempting. It's very tempting.
I will, because I'm
Give it to
aggressive
him.
like that. Come over here trying to hit me. Like, get out of here.
Give him the business.
Fuck you, buddy.
I'll just
Oh.
miss too then, and then what?
Faster than you would expect an undead to be able to actually move, with coordination that you wouldn't expect an undead to be able to have. It parries your blow as it slyly dodges away. I'm going to roll its recharge now, though. It does not recharge. Tristan.
Okay. I have the steps to this guy right here.
All right.
I'm going to go for it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Two. Bosh.
Girls
Yeah,
run
again.
these worlds reading with a party of 31. Oh my goodness gracious. Welcome
Hey.
in. Welcome in.
Hello.
Thank you so much for the raid. Y'all are just in time to see some pirate zombie action. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank
Shenanigans.
you. Much love to you guys. Y'all girls.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to now use my bonus to cunning action, disengage, and step back from him. 'Cause that's all I can do. Create some distance.
All right. You stab out at the zombie and then move backwards out of its reach.
Yep.
Very good. You're a swashbuckler, right?
Disengage.
So that means that if you
I
attack
am.
a creature, it doesn't get an attack of opportunity once you move out of its reach.
Correct.
With that. All right, very good. Monty Beefcastle, it is your
So
turn.
he's dived in, he stabbed it, and then he's come back in.
Monty the beef castle. Right. He's going to shout down to Tristan. He's like, "You're not so bad with the sword yourself, are you?" And I'm going to turn to this zombie in front of me and whack him as hard as I can from the side into the jagged wall and see what
Ooh.
happens there at the DM's discretion.
Nice.
All right.
I'm really hoping he gets stuck against it and just like, can't get out.
Just like, I stuck on all trying to grab at it.
What are you going to do now? I haven't hit him yet, so let's just see
Yeah,
if
make an
that
attack
happens first. Getting a bit carried away there, just assuming I've hit it. It's a bit cocky.
Oh!
He still hits.
He still hits.
He still hits.
Oh, still? Okay.
He rolled a 3 on the die, man. Still hits. Okay, now, absolutely crumped him. You, and he just goes into this massive fuck off spike, which impales the upper half of his entire body, and he kind of chums a good bit on the rock. Very good, Monty.
Nice.
Anything else, bud?
Yeah. I'll also turn to Speed and be like, "That's how you fucking hit something." And I'm going to walk up to this next one here, and do the exact same thing. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try and golf club him into the sea.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Hopefully, like a zombie shark will. Oh, he's absolutely
He's done for, surely.
Oh yeah, he goes flying.
Oh, fall! Sploosh.
He lands.
I'm assuming there's golf. I'm assuming golf exists in the world of Booty.
Sure, why not?
Cannon.
Maybe there's an
Does
island
now.
on the jeweled seas dedicated to golf. We'll see.
No, we'll
and
make
then-
one.
Yeah, exactly. There's a business venture for
We've
us,
got lands.
legitimate. I'm going to then rock next to this other orc and hopefully do a trio. I'm going to frenzy attack it.
Yes.
Nice.
This one, I'm just going to. Do you know what? We'll go for another hole in one. I'll yeet this one into the fucking sea as well. Specifically aiming for the open mouth of a zombie hunter shark. Oh, I just threw that on myself in my.
That's hilarious.
I rolled damage on myself by accident.
That's hilarious.
I got carried away playing golf.
All right,
I'm gonna roll that again on the thing. Yeah,
worries.
just oh, that's not great.
Ooh, if that damage that you rolled on yourself had been on him, he would have absolutely been demolished. But he's barely clinging on to life as you just like shear off one of his arms instead, which goes flying uselessly into the wind.
Oh well, I'm pleased with my performance so far. So
Very
Thank
good.
you very much.
Very good
End
turn.
of turn.
All right, Speed. It is your go, buddy.
As Tristan will see. I'm sorry.
Man. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter to me. This guy doesn't. I don't care about that guy. I'm moving in on the captain again.
Oh shit! All right.
The zombie you don't care about just looks really sad all of a sudden. Oh, they don't care about me.
Oh, that wanted to be a crit so bad.
no.
That wanted to be a crit so bad.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, stop missing.
That's not me. That's
No, that was
them
the attack
missing
of
me. That's a
opportunity.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that was
Yeah,
you
that's the
second.
I will do a feigning attack again so I can have advantage.
Give it to Ooh,
I love it.
very good.
Nice. Nicely done.
All right, second attack. It wanted to so bad. The missing streak continues. He can't have a turn where he hits all his attacks.
Sorry. Curse of rolling a lot of
All good.
dice. Is that your turn? Do you have a third attack?
No, because I used my bonus action already. So
Okay. All right. So you lash out with your blade, stabbing into the zombie pirate captain's chest. His heart is like it explodes with force. He looks down at it and then looks up at you. Orc Zambo number 4. He's going to incur an attack of opportunity to do what he's going to try to do. But not before he gets to do it. He's going to charge at speed. And he's going to try to hit you. What's your armor class?
16.
He's going to try and throw himself around you to carry you both off into the sea. That was the bless that Andrew gave me. One of them. I get 4 because there's 4 of you guys.
Wow. So harsh.
So what does that make it?
It's an 18.
Does that count as a melee attack?
Yep.
All right. Well, the burn in the old reaction.
All right. You lash out with your blade, and as a parry, you just sever his other arm, the one that Monty hasn't gotten yet, and he just comes slamming up to the the wall here. But Monty, you get an attack of opportunity on him.
Fuck yeah, I'm doing it. Going for round 2 on that, in the hole in one in the hunter shark's mouth.
Nice.
Definite hit. Annihilated. Paint us a picture, Monty.
It's like he looks like that, you know, like golfers do. I don't play golf. I don't fucking know. He sees it and then he whack, and instead of it just like flying off into the hunter shark's mouth like he wanted, the zombie just fucking explodes because he's hit it so hard. It's like, and he turns to speed. And he's like, "Does that count? Is that a holy one?"
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Zombie number 3. Gonna move towards Tristan.
Ooh. Nice.
That's a hit.
I'm going to use my reaction to parry that.
To parry? Okay, cool. So what does
Yep.
that do?
I roll a. Hang on, let me just double check that I've read it correctly. I'm going to expend one of my skills and reduce that. So that'd be reduced by 8. So it's a miss.
Fantastic. You take no damage instead.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So we just go, haha.
Didn't know we had that option.
She's a Battlemaster fighter.
I know.
Yeah.
It would just be nice if we all could do that.
Reducing the damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this Zambi, behind you,
Yeah.
Will, is going to come up and try and jump up and grab you and pull you down. I don't like his odds, but he's going to try.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Wow.
Whoa. Fuck, man.
Well, he hits the grapple. Is it like a contested strength to see if he actually pulls me down or what?
Yeah, now we need to roll strength athletics. Or dexterity acrobatics, your choice.
Dude.
Skills.
You feel him jump and grab onto your boot, and in the slick of the rain, it is incredibly easy for you to just shove him off.
Got him.
And then Zambi number 6 is going to come up and try to put the hurt on Tristan.
Oh, man.
That is a 21 to
Oh,
hit.
shit. That hits. Yep. That hits.
He hits you with his scimitar.
Damn it.
Zambi number 8. I'm really trying to throw speed off this edge here. I'm really trying to throw speed off this edge here. Give me another strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
Like, you're gonna swim with the sharks. To be fair, he's wearing shark armor. What it make them like?
You got a
nicer?
20.
20?
What got a 21?
Oh, yes. Let's
Unfucking
go.
believable. He comes sliding off as he lunges at you. But speed too fast. He lunges for you and you jump out of the way at the last moment, causing the zombie to clatter down to the deck below. And that takes us
That's
back
awesome.
to the top with Ruby.
Right. Okay. Ruby would like some revenge, please. Oops. I'm going to use I've lost it. Ice knife. And that is a 60 feet range. I only need 40 to hit the zombie pirate, but I'm up. Is that going to be okay?
Yeah. I don't feel like doing trigonometry. I'll say it's just at the edge.
Yeah,
It's
that's
60 feet.
I'm too tired for trig right now. I'm too tired for trig, regardless. So yeah, I'll put the ranged +6 on him, and then the dex on him as well.
Alright. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
That one. What?
Is that set in as a melee attack, not a spell.
Oh, ranged. Yeah.
Yeah, there should be a
took-
spell for
I-
it, right?
a spell one for it. Yeah, that one.
There you go. Oh, he has to make a
Yay.
dexterity save, and he passed, actually.
Ah,
Oh, shit.
I failed again. Boo!
The ice knife is coming straight for his
T.
head, but at the same time that you think it's about to hit him, he shouldn't have this level of dexterity or intelligence as an undead, but his blade comes up to block it at the last second, and the ice shatters over it.
Damn it. That sucked.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm staying up here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going down there. You're on your own.
Wow.
I will loot your corpses.
As,
Wow.
as a pirate, Monty admires that.
So, he nat one's an attack at speed, but that's okay because all I have to do is make an attack roll and then move out of the way. He's light-footed. So he strikes out at speed, who deftly just blocks that, and then he throws a dagger into the mast next to him, clambers onto that, and jumps upwards to clamber up to the crow's nest. And his pistol finally recharges.
Bollocks.
Oh,
No.
Kristen, it is your turn.
oh, okay. I'm basically trying to hold the stairs as best I can, and I admire Monty's handiwork I've seen over my shoulder and go, well done, crab wounds. As I
Thank you very much.
go for zombie number 6. Oh, that's a hit. Is that right? Yeah, that is a hit.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, 2 + 9.
Jesus Christ. Bam, got it. And how far can I move? This jagged rock thing, is that overhanging what to below the deck, or is that blocking behind me?
No, it's not blocking your way.
Okay. Again, I will use my bonus action to cunning disengage, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. And move back to about there. So, oh no, I'll move to about there.
Very good.
So I'm not surrounded. That's my turn.
Excellent. Monty Beef Castle.
Seeing the line of zombies, we'll call them zombies. Why not?
Zombies.
Lining up, just chasing after Tristan, and also near Ruby. Monty is actually going to run over to the edge here and jump off and slam down on top of the closest zombie's head, like a flying halfling great club attack.
Okay, so you're jumping off the banister here?
Yeah, and striking down while I've hit. Do I will I require anything else other than
No, go ahead, roll damage, bud. I just want to make
Sick.
sure I knew where you were placing yourself.
yeah, zombie 5.
Bonk.
So there's that first bonk, and then I'm going to turn my attention to the one below, and then have a go at that one just to finish it off, take it out of the game.
Absolutely.
This one's going straight in the fucking sea, hopefully to the horizon. It does go to the horizon based on that.
Yep.
The moon.
And then I'm just going to frenzy attack and just go for a nice jab with it upwards into the jaw of the one that I originally hit.
Very good.
That's my bonus. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yes, just about.
Does it? Yeah. Ooh.
Bonk.
Nice.
And that one, the head just pops off because he's going bonk.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Monty. Very good job.
That's what he's designed to do. Just beat and beat.
Speed. It is your turn, buddy.
Okay. Seeing as everyone's got everything handled down here, I'm going to try to chase the captain.
That's what I was hoping you'd do. I wanted to see an epic one-on-one with you and the captain dueling on the fucking crow's nest. He's
So
sick.
I'm gonna run along this railing here, and then do the same thing he did. Just hop up his little dagger and chase up there after him.
You hurl yourself up as well, like dodging out of the way where he's like stabbing at you as you're trying to climb up, and then you make your way to the top. The wash of the rain streaming down from above you, the cracks of thunder that rumble above. This undead entity, eyes burning with yellow glow, pistol burning with necrotic energy.
Why? Why are you bothering me? I don't even know who you are. We're just doing what we were made for.
That's a good
Some-
point. I did shoot first. Ruby shot first.
Something like you needs to be unmade,
Yes.
and I'm gonna attack him.
Give it to him.
Nice.
That was
One
badass.
second. All right. I'm just trying to see how many times I can just give myself advantage. Because it's weird that I can just be like, oh, I just give myself advantage. I was trying to find it on my sheet.
It'll probably be on abilities. It's combat superiority, right? It's however many superiority dice you have. Is that right?
Possibly.
Because it's faint from Battlemaster, right?
Yeah. Fainting attack. Okay, I found it.
Okay.
Yes, it is superiority die. Okay, so I just need to make sure I'm keeping track of that.
Yeah, you've used
So-
2 of them so far, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use another one. I haven't been adding my damage to that though,
Right.
but that's okay. Bam.
Yep. You hit him. Please tell me, what does it look like as you fell, the zombie pirate captain?
I think I would like stab down towards one of the legs and make it a little off balance, and then I would probably raise that gun up to me, and then I would just chop the arm away,
Absolutely.
and then just staring at it right in the face, just come across and decapitate it.
I love that.
So the gun and the head both go rolling down the side and on the deck.
And with that, we will move to our final break for Booty's session. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to take a quick 5 to 10. Before we do, you can get yourself 10% off a custom D&D Studios dice case by using code RPGINN at checkout over on ko-fi.com/theshadysale. They are beautiful, they are fantastic, and they absorb sunlight and reflect it back as necromantic energy. So check them out. Major shout-outs to RPGN and the Shady Sale. I will see you guys after a quick break. Welcome back, folks. Welcome. Thank you so very much for waiting. I really do appreciate you. Folks, you have slain the zombie captain, and upon his destruction, all of the other zombies lose coherency. They slump to the ground in soaking wet heaps of dead flesh. The danger has passed.
Yay.
do y'all do?
I'm going to clean off whatever zombie gunk's on my sword. I'm going to give Monty a slap on on his shoulder and be like, "Well done. That was quite impressive what you can do there."
Of course, it was fucking impressive. If you knew me, you'd know that was a regular fucking occurrence. But I gotta be fair, you were pretty good yourself. But thanks.
Ruby
I
jumps
mean-
down.
Make a good team.
A good team. You mean a good crew?
That as well.
Just Monty's just a bit standoffish with
Fair
Tristan right now. Just after
look-
calling him short and stuff.
I'll look at Ruby and be like, are you okay? Look like you took a bit of damage back there, took some big hits. You okay?
I'm good, thanks. I healed myself up. But aren't you glad we left you in bed to rest while we did all the heavy lifting?
That is true.
Imagine
I mean,
if you hadn't been healed up. You'd have been real hurt right now, man.
Yeah, I could have. I mean, to be fair, I could have done with some more healing at that point. So point well made.
Do have a question for you, Tristan, though.
Please.
These zombies here, obviously this is your ship, as we've established. You recognise any of them?
Good question, BM.
Yeah, they did move in pretty quick, didn't they?
Any
You
of
do
them
not
seem
recognize
familiar?
these people.
Oh. Unfortunately, no, they didn't appear to be anyone I knew. So these must have been lurking in the wreckages around here quite recently.
Scavengers. The illegitimate type, might I add. I'm going to go up to the gun and quickly grab that.
Oh, no one called dibs in chat.
Dibs. I'm calling it here, live.
live.
Don't worry, I'm not
look
going
at
to
the
keep it.
other two.
I won't.
I've added it to your sheet.
I'll look
I'll look at the other
that.
two.
No, I'll
I'll
give
just-
it away, don't worry, because I'm quite happy hitting shit. So let me just have a browse and see what it does. Unless it's fucking incredible, in which case, sorry.
He's keeping it.
It's fine.
Beef castle with a
Let's have
gun.
a look. Okay, what have we got here? What have we got here? Is it in the crew one, or is it in Monty's one?
It's in yours.
In mine, okay. Okay, let's have a look here. There it is. Oh.
He just like crumbled his pants.
Oh, I'll be right back.
You okay? Just knees tremble and he just walks away.
I've never seen such booty.
So what you
That's
hold in
what
your
it's
hand,
shipment.
Monty, is an unbelievably fine craftsmanship flintlock style pistol. You can tell that's the original design, but it is heavily, heavily modified from that intent and purpose. Instead of having loaded ammunition, it has, as I've established, one large topaz crystal that sits right upon where the hammer would strike it. It is glowing from within with this yellow energy, bright and keen, ready to be unleashed. Down at the end of the barrel, you can see these intricate carvings of a dragon's wings that wrap around either side, starting at the wood and coming all the way up onto the carved steel of the weapon itself. It emits a soft when you pick it up, and as if it's singing in the rain.
Wow, that's amazing. Speed! Catch! And I'll throw it up to speed.
Hopefully, I don't fumble that.
Or shoot yourself with it.
Sploosh. Throws it back into the ocean.
Eaten by hands of sharks.
Bygone, we didn't need you anyway.
I got
Wow,
plus
that
7
really-
sleight of hand. Like, I think I got it. I think it's fine.
I wouldn't make you
Critical
roll for it.
fail.
Yeah,
Unless you
I
want
think
to.
just naturally, I think I'm
That
good.
looks really expensive.
Yeah.
I like to get up close and personal with my prey. So you can have it.
I'm not taking any more weapons from Derek because every time we touch something, it turns out to be fucking
That's
cursed.
not true. It's not every time.
You've got the absorbent rod.
It's just often.
It's just often.
Name one time that happened.
One time. Okay, so the rod, the thing in the sores.
That compass you probably got.
Yeah.
Knowing this, I'm just getting a pistol that shoots necrotic damage. Like I'm supposed to not think there's something up with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think's up with it, bud?
Seeing that
He's pulling that face. He's pulling that face. Look at him. He's trying not to laugh. Look, he's trying not to laugh. He's so evil.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's all right. I'll take the chance.
I'll give Speed the old swordsman salute from the crow, where he's at the crow's nest. Like, good work, like, so sort of appreciate his swordsmanship. The old sort of like sword up to the sort of little bow.
Yeah, I return it.
Where's my fucking bow? No one ever bows to Monty.
Yeah, Monty.
Maybe you should stop picking on the little ones.
Ruby's like, yeah, Monty. We need to go look down deck.
Oh, you guys stay up here and keep fucking saluting each other. We'll be right back.
Like,
I look at Monty and be like, "Want me to?" I'll be like, I start to like get down onto one knee, and be like, "Is that gonna help if I do it that sort of way?"
You're on thin fucking ice, and we've only had about 5 sentences with each other. So you watch yourself, Tristan. I'll be right back.
Can I, whilst he's on his knees, use my druid craft to merge the wood so that it's like around his ankle or something? I was just thinking, like, if I could just get it around his bootstraps, just so that when he stands up, he trips up.
Don't you have hold person?
Oh, I do.
Because that's what it sounds like you're trying to accomplish here. Yeah,
I know.
That's what it sounds like you're trying to accomplish here.
I'm trying not to use a spell slot. I was just thinking
if I let you use a cantrip to accomplish a 2nd level spell ability at the drop of a hat, that would break the game.
I'm trying to use because I'm just thinking it's druid craft. I could use the wood just to just hold a little bit underneath.
There's a
some
line.
kind of line.
If you don't draw a line with magic, it's broken. It's still kind of broken. You can use hold person on him if you want to.
I was just gonna tie his shoelaces.
Just push him over.
No, it's fine. We've been mean to him enough.
Take that.
I just wanted to trip him up. That was all.
I'm going to go down the lower decks then and just see if there's any booty, because booty.
Yeah, Ruby's running with Monty.
Fuck yeah.
We're gonna find it first and hide it.
Cop. Let's do this.
You see so on the inside of the vessel, right? On the 2nd deck down, you clamber, making your way over to where you can see a iron gate in between 2 large panels of wood, the same density as the hull. You are certain that this is the forehull. What's it called? It's like it's the front storage area of the ship that's clearly locked down. Yeah. There's a not rusted yet gate barring your way, but you see on the opposite side of that gate a number of spoiled foodstuffs, as well as sitting on top of all of it, a wrought iron chest with a large keyhole.
Look, Ruby, you see what I see?
I see what you see, Monty.
Right.
Do you know that scene in Hocus Pocus when the Sanderson sisters are looking for the children and they hook arms and they're So that's exactly how I see Monty and Ruby crossing this deck arm in arm, and they're like, look for the
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How are we going to do this? Should I try and bend the bars or something? Or do I lube myself up and try and squeeze through? How are we going to do
what's the
this?
issue? Is it behind bars?
Yeah, it's behind an iron gate.
We need a key. Or to break the gate.
You can certainly try to break down the gate.
I'm gonna try and bend the bars enough for me to squeeze through,
Strength athletics, please.
and that's with disadvantage because I'm cursed. I mean, it's with advantage because okay.
Ruby can try to help you to give you advantage to cancel that out.
Or then, yeah, how?
You just need to roll a 10 or higher
Yeah.
on a strength athletics check, Ruby.
Right, strength check. Is that just like abilities that I roll?
Strength
then?
athletics. If you don't have anything in athletics, then you can just roll ability.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Good.
no problem. You get advantage on the roll, which cancels it out to a regular roll, Monty.
Cool. I'll do that now. And all will be well.
It's very loud, but you absolutely, with a break this wooden, or break the part of the iron that's set into the wood off, and the hinges of the gate creak and moan as you, together with your brute force, rip it off of the doorway, allowing you access to the chest beyond. Tristan and Speed, you absolutely hear this over the lull in the storm.
I follow the noise. I follow the noise down.
Speed, are you going to try to
I'm
interject?
gonna try.
I just look at them and I go, they're trying to loot the ship.
Just straight up. Wow! I can't believe you just turned on us like that, man.
I look at Speed.
But look, if there's anything important that you need, let me know. I'll make sure you get it. Right?
Still,
It wasn't turning on you. It's more of a we're doing this. Like,
yeah.
We're doing this whether you like it or not.
like we're doing this. So if there's anything you want, like let me know. Cause
All right. I look at Speed. Go like, well, I can see I'm outnumbered. You know, you're probably more than a match for me, so I'll just whatever's down there. I'll take whatever. Anything that's kind of sentimental. The rest I'll leave to you.
fair enough.
Right.
And then I'll just go down with you.
Yeah.
Before they, how long does it take them to come down?
Like 15 seconds.
Right, in 14 seconds, I'm going to quickly hide the chest under a bunch of old fish, a bunch of the fish.
Give me a stealth check. Tristan, roll perception.
Okay.
It's going to be our campaign now. Me and Monty pretending to do stuff. Oh, God.
Tristan, you find in the center of the room, beneath one of the zombie bodies, a small locket.
He stands there, he picks it up, he looks at it for a moment. He opens it up, sees what's inside, clicks it closed, and puts it in inside of his shirt.
Did any of us see this?
Yeah. He like looked around, saw something shiny, walked over to it as if it was exactly what he was looking for. Bent down, picked it up where nobody could see what it is that he's looking at, but very quickly tucked it away.
Right. Okay. You care to share with us what the fuck that was?
No.
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 Right.
But
Well,
the friend here has told me what you're all about. So, fair's fair.
And what exactly might that be?
You're looting the ship.
Incorrect. Oh wait, no,
Stabbing
that is
Jake.
correct. No, wait, that is correct. Yeah, we're looting the ship. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but-
Speed kind of spelled it out that, it was going to happen. I can see by looking at you three, I really don't have a choice in this. So it's going to happen whether I want it or not.
Yeah, we're straight up robbing this shit. It's ours now. Fuck you.
Yeah, okay. It's like,
We found this chest. This is ours. You keep that shitty little locket. We'll have this. Deal?
have you got, do you know, I mean,
I disagree because Ruby is an expert at opening chests. Show him, Ruby.
I can't open a chest here. I need to take it back to the blacksmiths.
you see, he just goes like that and like a little, like, bit of leather strap around his neck, just like a key, and went,
Well, it's
You know.
unsafe to open it if it's all here. We're gonna wind up with gold everywhere if there's gold inside. But if you want to look inside now and see what's inside it, I suppose.
Doesn't
I
even
mean,
know what's
you'll-
inside it.
Do you open it?
Yeah, you'd fucking know.
I'll go over and I'll unlock it and I will just take a peek inside.
It's all there. It's all there.
Close it, lock it. I'll close it, lock it, and I'll be like, let's go. It's
I
all
mean,
there.
this is yeah, but I mean, like, are you sharing this?
Well, you'll tell. I mean, maybe we split it 4 ways.
I think you should just let us have it if you know what's good for you.
I think maybe this could be like our finder's fee for finding you in the ocean and taking you back to port.
What do you think, Speed? You
Breaking
seem
the
like a reasonable
tension. I
person.
just let the tension hang for
Hang
a
on a
moment
minute.
as everyone looks to me. And I'm like, I think 4 ways is probably fair, but maybe you hand the key over and I put my hand out.
Speed is not on your fucking side. He's on our side. He's like us.
I'll look at Beef Castle and be like, look, we may have got off on the wrong foot, but I'm not here to cause you any harm. As you can see, my ship's broken. I've got nobody. I've got nothing. I'll take the key off and give it to Speed. That's all that's in that chest is basically all the money I ever had, or part of it anyway. So, to me,
Technically, it was your cruise and your captain.
technically, yeah. So it was 1/4 of it was mine, or however of our crew was a portion of it was mine anyway. But I think if
1/4, you probably got an upgrade.
or whatever
Hell of an
the
upgrade.
fractions. But I'll say to Speed, I appreciate your honesty and the fact that you thought it was fair, but I'll let you guys decide. I've given the key to Speed.
Let's
All right,
not
Tuck the
discuss
key
this.
around my neck and let's just get this out of here.
Yes.
Go to grab one side of it.
You make your way back to the captain's honor. You sail out of the storm. And after how long? How long can you guys delay the gratification of knowing what's inside that chest?
Like a minute.
Basically, I assume as soon as we've just left the ship.
Yeah, you guys left the ship and made it back to the captain's honor.
Yeah.
That's what I was assuming you guys were trying to do at this point.
We're gonna try and open that shit right now. Let's do it.
But you opened it and had a look inside, right? Oh, you mean like actually on Foundry? Never mind. On Foundry, on Fantasy Grounds.
You all right, Mash?
Yeah, no.
A lot of
I
F
just
words.
agree. You don't understand how much my sinuses are hurting. How much? 5,000 gold? Holy shit.
That's awesome.
475 platinum.
That's a lot of booty.
A lot of gems.
What?
A lot of
That's
art
sickening.
objects.
What
Obviously
exactly did your ship do again, Tristan?
Fought the pirate, killed the pirate, got the contract, and a bit of whatever they had, we took as well. It's kind of.
I
little
see.
payment.
So really, what you're saying is you're a pirate of pirates.
I mean, in simpler terms, essentially. Yeah.
So what you're saying is you know better than they are. They take stuff and you take their stuff, but it still ain't fucking yours.
Monty. No, what he's talking about is something far more enterprising. They are government official pirates.
I've got a
Legal.
license.
Like they are like licensed pirates.
Yeah.
Legitimate pirates.
Yeah. So I take booty under the guise of the law and keep a little bit for myself.
Have we been going about this wrong all these years, Monty? Like we've got the governor on our side, and like if we can get him to legalize our piracy, yeah. If we take down the pirates, like the governor, and steal their boot, I mean we were gonna attack the pirates anyway.
I mean,
like they are our friends.
Yeah, I mean that's the way you do it. You get a government, you get to make privateers under license, and then you're free to catch pirates and take a little. I mean, because let's face it, pirates don't exactly index what they have, do they? Not keeping a catalog.
It's just piracy with a different name. Either way, it's piracy, and it sounds good to me. So fuck it. I mean, I'm not a pirate.
Don't worry. It's we kind of. I look at everybody and kind of like. I think we all kind of get what's happening here. I'm sort of. We're on the same level. Certainly.
Have you ever been tempted by the pirate life? Freedom.
Once, yeah, once, but I met someone who basically made me into the career I had and the life I had and the person I became. And I will probably never forget her or, wow, I never actually got to thank her for it. But I'll probably never forget her for helping me.
We're all stroking up your heads.
I think that's probably the best spot for us to end the session, honestly.
You've just changed Ruby's opinions of you very dramatically. And now she's like, now I have a way to like make money off this man. And
It's like freeze frame as credits roll.
Hell yeah. Well, you guys rock. What a wonderful session. Thank y'all. Thank you so much to my players. I love you guys. Y'all are fantastic. Thank you so much to chat. I love you guys. Y'all are fantastic. Thank you so much for the resubs. Thank you for the raid, Girls Run These Worlds. Love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Once again, you can get 10% off a DMDM Studios dice case over at ko-fi.com/theshadysale. Use code RPGINN at checkout. Thank you guys.
White Rose Dragon! Hi!
So
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm gonna find somebody for us to raid into, but folks, where can people find you? Sealy, start us off.
Yeah. You can find me. Do you know what? I've just noticed.
Oh
actually,
shit! I need to change your thing now.
It says at Sealy D&D above me, but it is no longer at Sealy D&D.
So sorry.
On Twitter and other socials. It is now at Sealy TTRPG because I'm involved in a lot more things than than just D&D, and also the community has done so much for me. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do a total rebrand and be C Elite TTRPG. Website updates and everything is to follow very shortly, but you can go there to find voice acting things, comedy things, TTRPG things, and things. So yeah, come and say hello to me at C Elite TTRPG. You can catch me here on Booty as Monty Beefcastle, and also as Dodo the Owlin on Homebrew Havoc every Thursday at Ampersand D20 Twitch channel. Thank you very much. You're all awesome.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Sorry, I totally fucking spaced on changing the thing on the overlay.
Dude,
That's my bad.
I'm
sorry.
I'm in transition for it anyway, so it's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for being here, man. Will, what's good in your hood, dude?
Oh wow, it's all of a sudden really dark in here.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I'm just hanging out, vibing. Really happy to be on stream again and feeling good, which is great. And so yeah, you can catch me on here with these awesome folks. And if you don't support them, I'll be mad at you. So do it.
Oh, you. I appreciate it, Will. Thank you for being here, man.
Absolute legend.
Love you, buddy. Can't wait for more games tomorrow. It's gonna be a blast. Mash, what's up, girl? Also, who are we raiding into?
Oh, do you know what? I can't decide. Let's go. Worf is playing Quantum Break. He's an autism awareness streamer.
Cool.
He's very lovely. So I will drop that. I will be back on stream tomorrow, doing some beta testing before raiding into here, because you know I love Sunday nights. Yeah, I'm gonna have my my selection of short stories out soon. I've started raising funds towards editing, and should hopefully have both novels out by the end of the year.
Hell yeah. Let's go, dude.
Oh, obviously, I'm not paying for the one that my publisher's editing because fuck paying for 125,000 words.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a fucking lot.
I write epic fantasy, okay, but it's a little bit smutty, a little bit action. If you like Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings, but like really gay and modern, yeah. I write for ADHD people, so it's fast paced.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Well, Mash, thank you for being here, girl. Love you, appreciate you as always.
Every time.
Yeah. And Shiv, first campaign session with your character that you're going to be playing throughout the campaign itself. Thank you for being here, buddy. How are you doing?
Yes. I'm good, and I hope everybody enjoyed Tristan for the moment they saw him briefly today.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You can find me everywhere at IOShiv. You'll see me Tuesday for Curse of Strahd on Ampersand's channel, as well as on Thursday for Homebrew Havoc, and whatever else I get up to, basically. You'll see me about. You'll see this guy, this face, this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
Lurking about wherever. So, yeah, come say hello.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, Shiv. Much love. Thank you for joining the campaign.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic, man. All right. Well, we're going to be raiding into Worth Gaming, folks, so stick around for that. Make some noise.
Raid message. Copy the raid message, everyone, and drop it in his chat.
All right. Well, you can catch me live in about 2.5 hours with Covet Syndicate. The Morning Castle continues, part 2 of the mega dungeon that I had spent the entire last year hyping up in that campaign. So, super stoked to be there. Can't wait for that. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, Andy, Lost Haven Art, is going to be running a Song of Ice and Fire, TTRPG, right here on this channel. Come see us do despicable things in the name of our household. On Monday, I'm doing a one-shot. It's called Wizards, Wands, and Wards. Oh my. It is an Oops All Wizards one-shot about being in a magic school. It is a sponsored stream by Awfully Queer Hero, so major shout-outs to them. Love y'all and appreciate y'all. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Tuesday, we have Death Roll, our high-level Spelljammer campaign that is going to be transitioning over to Pathfinder once I'm comfortable running the system for 12th level characters. So, don't want to miss that. That's going to be grand old time on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can catch us live with Death Watch, Kill Team, Last Bastion. It is a Warhammer 40k actual play. It is a grand old time, and you do not want to miss it. On, I think that's it through the week. Bye. Love you. See you in a couple hours.
Bye.